everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I'm Dr. Securios, your cowboy assassin from Cyberpunk Futures, also singer at your service. And we are here and we are back for another stream. But yeah, we're here, we're back. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well, because I certainly am. Because we are here and we are back for some more Punishing Gray Raven. So yeah, I'm super excited to be back in here, and let's dive in and continue the journey into PGR. But yeah, how is everybody doing today?
How long have I been waiting?
But yeah, how is everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. So yeah, hopefully today we can finish Yata's story. So yeah, I think with that said, let us dive in. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, let's go. Let's keep reading. So yeah, let's go. Eternal Night Fog. Alright, let's read. Hydrangea Island. Okay. In a private study near the Hydrangea Medical Research District, within its bright, semi-automated compound. Alright. Outside the ward, an exhausted Reika stands with Kuhei, who maintains a serene composure. Kuhei, how is Yuka's recovery coming along? The surgery was successful, with specific models of nanomachines implanted in sequence. Currently, the activation rate in the brain's distal regions have reached 98%, exceeding our expected values. The computer is currently locating and analyzing. The next step will be signal interference with an estimated... Did you not hear me? I'm asking how she's recovering. Damn. I sincerely apologize. The process hasn't been entirely smooth, but unfortunately there were no severe rejection symptoms. Damn, alright. Her vital signs are stable, though she did experience some vomiting and diarrhea after waking up. And now? She's still experiencing nausea and dizziness, but her condition is improving. Hey, that's good to hear. Yuka's heart condition isn't the best. Keep a close eye on her. Don't worry, the ICU is staffed with 2 doctors and automated medical units on standby at all times. Damn. Let her rest for now. Remember, we can't rush her recovery. Roger. So let's talk while we walk. Reika turns and strides straight towards the elevator, with Kohei quickly following into step behind her. Next week I'll be leaving the island for a shareholders meeting with those loaded fat cats. Do you really need to be there in person? Damn. I'm planning to start a new research project soon, and I'll need to secure additional funding. That's why I need to be there physically, to address any questions the shareholders might have. New project, do you have the capacity to take on additional research right now? Let me guess, it's research in the field of consciousness, isn't it? You could say that. For now, the project is still in its preliminary research phase. I wish you all the best. Kohei, while I'm away, you'll be in charge of overseeing the consciousness projection experiments. The research team will follow your direction, and you'll have full access to my resources. Let's get straight to the point. There are 2 main things I need to tell you. First, at the beginning of next month, we'll need to conduct a milestone verification for our first consciousness projection experiment. Have Yuka run simulations on the quantum computer, focused primarily on data collection. Once we succeed with one-on-one consciousness projection, we'll proceed with our mass influence experiments. Therefore, I need you to simultaneously prepare for experiments in Phase 2. There's a hidden chamber behind the activity room on Mizono High, a secret space that was previously built during construction. Oh, that ain't good. Ah, secret lab. How fun. Set up the signal amplifiers and pulse emission terminals in the hidden chamber. Make absolutely certain everything is in place. Be smart about this. Don't try to get those things in there when everyone can see you. Understood. You can count on me. Remember, just keep a low profile. I want no trouble while I'm away. That's all. Exercise your judgment for everything else. Damn. As Reika exits the hospital, a black luxury sedan waits for her outside. Kohei steps forward to open the car door, waits for Reika to get in, then bows deeply as the vehicle drives away. Oh? By the time he straightens up, the black sedan is already far in the distance. He lets out a quiet breath. Nearby, a man wearing dark sunglasses slowly approaches Kohei from behind. Did something happen? Chief, our informant just received word. Yoshihiro Osako's assistant has been snooping around for information about us. And here they even contacted the media. Damn. Fool doesn't know his place. What's this guy's name? I believe his name is Sagiki. Send some men to pay him a visit. Or remember, bring him back alive. Damn. Kohei narrows his eyes as something crosses his mind, then suddenly breaks into a smile. Sagiki, huh? He just might prove useful. Prove useful? What do you mean, Chief? It's none of your concern. Just get it done. Yes. Damn. Okay. Definitely sus. Real. Definitely sus. Real sus. Misono High, night, June 20th. Guys, gather around. The Horror Stories Club is making its grand debut on Misono High tonight. Kishi, I thought you were recruiting new members. Hate to say this, but it's pathetic how Itsushima and I are the only ones who got tricked into coming here. Come on, cut me some slack already. I've already asked everyone I could, and now they all think I'm an idiot. Wouldn't say they're wrong, though. Damn. I even tried asking the super mysterious Miss Misono. Thought I could promote her club while I was at it. The super mysterious Miss Misono? You mean Yuka Saotome? Yep, but she shot me down without a second thought. How did she manage to be so popular with the guys when she barely even talks? See, Hisagawa? That's the thing about being mysterious. That's how she goes around capturing hearts. Is it just me or did you sound a little sarcastic there? Damn. Cut it out, you two. You're driving away the ghosts and spirits with all your noise. Don't tell me you actually want to see the ghost. Pretty sure Kishi's just making this whole thing up. I'm not making anything up. They say that the sculptures from the art room run wild through the hallways on moonless nights. There's no moon tonight, the perfect chance for an investigation. The moon's probably just hiding behind the clouds. Hey, come on, let's go! Kishi pushes the two girls forward from behind as the three of them enter Misono's campus. Damn. Alright. Inside the school building, music room. There's nothing here, Kishi. We just checked the art room you mentioned, and all the statues are standing right where they should be. And now we're in the music room. What, you think those stupidly living statues decided to take music lessons? It's a Shushmiya shines the flashlight down both sides of the corridor, and the glass windows reflect three young, innocent faces. Oh, this will definitely go well. Yeah, this will definitely go well. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. This will definitely go well. I can definitely tell. Jesus. The school building, stripped of its daytime bustle, is so quiet that even water dripping in the bathroom echoes clearly through the halls. All three hold their breath at once as the wind outside rattles against the windows. It's just the bathroom leaking. It's just Shumia feels her way along the wall to the door and flips the switch, but the classroom lights won't come on. So they don't let us use lights at night. Are they worried someone's up to no good or something? Let's head back. There's nothing out of the ordinary here anyway. Damn. After all, these school horror stories are just urban myths that people keep passing around. Stories tend to stray from the truth based on what the storyteller wants to convey. Maybe to fill in unclear details or simply to cover something up. But anyhow, as these stories get passed around, they gradually take on a supernatural core. Like that ghost light in the science classroom, it was probably just someone on cleaning duty forgetting to check the desk lamp. Damn. And when the students happened to see it while leaving school at night, that's how the rumor started. But isn't that exactly why we have the Horror Stories Club? To investigate things like this? Well, you ruined all the fun if you explain everything away, Hasagawa. Wait, guys, did you hear that just now? Hear what? It's extremely quiet. Quit fooling around, Kishi. No way, I think I heard something as well. Hasagawa, shush for a moment. It's as Shumia lies down and presses her ear against the floor, sensing slight vibrations coming from below. Muffled sound echoes through, like wheels dragging something heavy across the ground. Footsteps echo from the stairwell. Kishi and Hasegawa quickly hide themselves. A flashlight beam sweeps across from the end of the corridor, then vanishes moments later. Oh, fun! Fun! Yay! Yeah! Flashlight beam shoots across the end of the corridor and vanishes a moment later. Yep. Is someone else here besides us? They're coming. It must be those berserk statues. Oh shit. Kishi rises to her feet and tiptoes toward the classroom exit. Hey Kishi, you idiot. It's Shuma. What should we do now? Let's follow her. We can't just leave her alone out there. I swear to God. After gently closing the classroom door, it's Shima and Hasegawa head downstairs in pursuit of Kishi. Turning around the staircase to find Kishi standing dumbfounded outside the activity room. What are you doing, Kishi? Don't just run off without saying anything. Out of breath, Hasegawa pats Kishi's shoulder, shooting her an exasperated glare. Hasegawa, have you ever seen what's in here before? The activity room? What? Is this a joke or... That's not what I'm talking about. Kishi points toward the pitch-black activity room, where the once-locked door now stands wide open. As Shima pushes the door, a thin streak of light mysteriously appears on the floor. Everyone's eyes follow the trail of light toward the wall, to where the bookshelf should be. Oh, damn, that ain't good. Oh, boy. That ain't great. Oh, boy. Everyone's eyes follow the trail of light toward the wall, to where the bookshelf should be. Alright. The bookshelf has been moved aside, revealing a crack in the wall with light seeping through from within. Oh boy. Well, Shima and Hasegawa exchange bewildered looks. Kishi has already walked over and placed her hand against the wall. With a gentle push, the hidden door concealed within the wall slides backwards, sending a cloud of dust rushing forward. Oh boy. Oh, she discovered a lab. As the view gradually widens, a small dark chamber reveals itself for Kishi. What exactly is this? Kishi's eyes widen at the sight of massive machinery and advanced equipment filling the secret chamber. Such massive machinery, I've never seen anything like it. Looks like some kind of weapon. But why would they hide something like this in a school? Hey guys, come quick, I found something huge! Guys? No one answers Kishi. An unsettling silence fills the air. Ghost, who should be right behind her, suddenly falls silent. Kishi backs away carefully, notice about a flashlight rolling across the floor. Oh shit, the music, okay. Okay, the music, alright, okay. Ooh, okay. The beam finally comes to a rest, illuminating her ankles and casting light across half the activity room. Hasegawa and Shima lie unconscious on the floor, one on each side. No, this can't be happening. Kishi stumbles backward, her mouth opening to scream. A hand clamps over her mouth and nose from behind. After a few seconds of struggle, she blacks out. In reality, Kishi collapses but does not immediately lose consciousness. In her hazy state, she overhears several people talking. How strange, what are these students doing at school this late at night? Sharp crack of a slap rings out. You useless idiots! I told you to keep watch. How did these rats make their way in? Do you want all of Dr. Tome's hard work to go to waste? Tome. On the ground with unfocused eyes, Kishi mumbles. You'll all be as good as dead if anything goes wrong. Sorry, boss. After struggling to stay awake and failing, Kishi's eyelids finally close as she slips into unconscious. By the way, boss, what should we do with the girls? Should we take them upstairs and throw them off? Another resounding slap. You idiot, you think people are just gonna believe that these three just committed triple suicide? This kind of incident might go unnoticed elsewhere, but at Misono High, it's bound to bring unwanted attention. Do you want people outside this high school to find out about what happened tonight? Those reporters from Misono Bashun have been in pain lately. What should we do then? Take them to the infirmary. I'll call the school nurse right away. Damn, alright. The next morning. Oh boy. That certainly isn't great. Kishi, Sumiya, and Hasegawa quietly wake up in the infirmary. The school nurse informs them that there was a gas leak in the school kitchen last night and they suffered from a carbon monoxide poisoning, which caused them to all have hallucinations, but fortunately they were found in time by patrolling security guards. Regarding the serious violation of school regulations, in consideration of their well-being, the school decides not to impose any disciplinary action. Meanwhile, a night curfew is implemented, and evening security patrols are increased. Damn, okay. Kishi Hasegawa and Nitsushima must undergo weekly psychological evaluations. And they must submit a written account of the incident. The student activity room will be closed for 2 weeks for utilities maintenance and wall repairs. And so daylight saving time officially starts for Misono High. Oh wow, okay. Good afternoon, Yuka. Today we'll be conducting our first one-on-one consciousness projection feasibility test. It's just a simulation. The scenarios you'll experience are all computer generated in real time. I shared the documentation with you earlier through email. Do you remember? Is it going to hurt? Hurt? You should have thought of that when you decided to participate in this experiment. I'll do my best to minimize your discomfort, but I'm afraid we can't rule out unexpected complications. Dr. Saotome is going to be really disappointed in me if I can't stand the pain, isn't she? So this is what this is about, but your concerns are unnecessary. If the experiment fails, I'm the one who's going to feel the heat from Dr. Saotome, not you. Our mission today isn't complicated, it's just one-on-one simulation. Don't stress yourself out, just take it easy and go with the flow. Now then, we can start whenever you're ready. I'm ready. Yuka walks forward alone, removes her clothing, and enters the sterile laboratory barefoot. Okay. Behind the one-way glass, Kuei stands with his eyes behind his back. Hands behind his back, calmly waiting with anticipation. Mechanical appendages extending from the massive machine pierce Yuka's spine with their thin needles. Despite her covering her mouth, Yuka cannot suppress her quiet moans of pain. This pain, however, is not within her control. Yuka is no stranger to pain, and yet she cannot even find a trace of love within it. Pain is a peculiar gift, endured in the name of love, yet offering no love in return. Damn. Her frail body trembles as her pale lips move wordlessly, trying to form speech. Finally, she lowers her head and swallows back the words she meant to say. On her tear-stained face remains only a feeble smile. Damn. Damn, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. The art. Dr. Saotome, am I Prometheus now? As Yuka whispers those words, her pale lips quickly stain with blood. Oh shit, yo, that's messed. Oh shit, yo, what? Okay. It starts as a trickle, then turns into a constant stream of blood. The researchers rush forward to check on her, but Chloe immediately stops them at the main console. Leave it. This is all normal. Kuhei speaks calmly into the microphone. His eyes devoid of any sympathy. Just a little more, Yuka. Everything hinges on this moment. After giving the research assistant a meaningful glance, Kuhei turns around. Massive machinery connected to Yuka's body begins operating at full power. Meanwhile, the quantum computer's mainframe begins tracking signals transmitted from the nanomachines in Yuka's cranium. Brainwave capture in progress. All nodal nanomachines positioned. Signal transmission initiated. Activation successful. Initiating synchronization. Synchronization in progress. Synchronization rate exceeding 80%. Consciousness field space established. Environment rendering in progress. Chief, the virtual consciousness environment has been established. Yuka's consciousness copy is complete. Good. Activate the amplifier and projector. Proceed to the next phase. Consciousness projection ready, Chief. Please equip your jamming device. 1-1. Kuhei and everyone in the control room put on their electromagnetic shield devices for protection against field effects. Let's get started. Initiating first consciousness projection. Deploying interference field. As the quantum computer powers up, readings on the main control panel begin to fluctuate. In the laboratory, Yuka's head jerks up as if shocked by electricity. Before her eyes, the surrounding scenery begins to fade away. Damn, alright. Bizarre kaleidoscopic lights flash past. When awareness returns, she finds herself standing barefoot in the vast sea of gray. However, her hearing and awareness of the outside world would remain intact, and Yuka maintains her clarity of mind. Yuka, how are you holding up? Where am I? Where you're seeing should be the materialized space of the collective unconscious network. To be honest, even I don't know where you're seeing. Why don't you tell me about it? I see a sea. I can clearly still see. I see. So this is what the consciousness domain space looks like. A sea of consciousness? Besides that, what else do you see? Stars twinkle where the sky meets the sea in the distance, but they remain just out of reach. But there's still a similar glowing object nearby too. It's like human thoughts, human voices. Good, try to touch that marker point, then await further instructions. Kuhei holds the microphone firmly and turns around to gesture at the researcher, who nods in understanding. Damn, alright. In the virtual sea of consciousness, Yuka carefully reaches out to touch the speck of light. Oh boy, this ain't gonna be great. The consciousness merges with someone else's perspective, and with it, the surroundings transform into white walls. I can feel fear and pain, and above all, an inescapable despair. Why? Why is this person in such agony? Their suffering is even greater than mine. Yuka, you've entered the target consciousness. Try to take control of her body. What do I need to do? There's a gun to his right. Pick it up and put him out of his misery. But I'm sorry, but I can't do something like that. This is just a computer simulation, not a real person. What are you so afraid of? If you can't even do this much, our experiment will be deemed a failure. Still. Yuka, do it! Oh, damn. The words leave Kuhei's lips like ice. Each syllable carrying the weight of a command and the edge of a threat. Oh boy. After a brief moment of hesitation, Yuka took control of the trembling hand, slowly raising the gun to press it against the target's temple. And she pulls the trigger. Oh shit, yo. Well, damn. In the wake of defeating the deafening gunshot, Yuka's mind is flooded with crimson. She collapses into the Crimson Sea, letting the waves wash away what little sanity remains, sinking deeper and deeper into the bottomless abyss. Oh shit. Chief, Yuka has lost consciousness. Medical team, move in and assist. Let her rest for a few days. Then Kuhei takes a deep breath. I hereby declare the first one-on-one consciousness projection experiment a success. Almost immediately, applause erupts from the main console as the scientists rise one by one to celebrate. Kuhei waits for everyone to settle down, then takes his leave amid their respectful farewells. Outside, a figure in black is already waiting. Together, they proceed to the adjacent room. As the door opens, a man bound to a chair hangs his head low, blood streaming from the wound on his scalp. Oh shit. Kuhei's lips curl into a satisfied smile as he picks up the gun from the floor and unloads its ammunition. Sugiki, this is what happens when you stand against us. Oh shit. Dying like a dog. Now you can reunite with Mr. Osako. At least you made some contribution to science. Be grateful for that. Hey, dispose of the body. Yes. Oh shit. Oh, and one more thing. There's no need to tell Dr. Saotome about using human test subjects. Roger. Oh shit, yo. Oh boy, that ain't good. July 5th, the first conscious experiment declared a success. Team rushes to complete human trials despite unclear theoretical foundations. Reset of career gamblers are significantly claimed by shareholders meeting. Alright. Major research is start pouring in, followed by venture capital funds catching wind of this opportunity. Experiment details remain unclosed, citing sensitive technology still under development. Regarding this matter, Dr. Saotome makes the following statement in an interview. Conscious projection experiment. Entire consciousness experiment process is safe, humane, and follows objective scientific principles. Alright, alright. Don't buy that. Don't buy that for a second. August. Building on successful verification of one-to-one conscious projection technology. Preparation for mass conscious projection experiments are conducted at a fever pace. Kuhei plans to conduct the experiment during track and field team's victory celebration on August 16th. The participating students are not informed of the experiment, a unilateral decision made by Kuhei. Oh boy. Yata, have you heard? There's this rumor going around. Rumor, I'm not really interested. You know that one, the 8th mystery of Mistono High, the Eternal Night Fog. The Eternal Night Fog? Legend says that on moonless nights, the blood-red fog rises within Mistono's campus. The fog lingers until dawn, drifting through every corner of the school grounds. If you're not gone by dusk and the fog catches up to you, you might get lost in the fog, or worse, you could be spirited away forever. Oh shit. Hey, that's scary. Don't turn it into some horror story all of a sudden. I heard someone encountered it after their club activities. They weren't found until the next day, unconscious in the hallway. You know that campus curfew that just came into effect recently? That's exactly what the curfew is for. Come on, it's probably just another recycled urban legend. The thing about school horror stories is that they're nothing more than urban myths that people keep casting around. Damn, alright. Yeah, true. But yeah, damn, alright. Alright, okay. Yo, alright, okay. I like it so far, man. Yo. But yeah, overall, man, just great stuff. But yeah, man, it's starting to get hot. So I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna turn on the fan and open up a window. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back, but yeah. With that said, let's keep going. Let's go! Video world. Alright, let's do it. Time to dive into video world. Not to be mixed up with Astro World. Not to be mixed up with Astro World. Oh, okay, you're hopping right into the gameplay. Alright, okay, let's go.
Shiva's not here. Gotta get out of here.
Alright, let's go.
This fox mask. I remember Yuka had one too.
Yay, fun. Oh, that's fun. Yay, not. Oh, shit, yo.
Another hallucination. Is she behind it? What trial is it going to be this time?
Oh, damn, that's actually spazzing. Yo, what's up, Fuzzy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing good. That's good to hear you're doing alright. Kind of. Kind of exciting. We actually just witnessed, how the horror society... basically just witnessed the beginnings of, the experiment of Yuka being experimented on and her basically being manipulated into killing a person that didn't serve the experiment, you know, that basically got in the way of, you know, the experiment and project, basically, without actually knowing it was a real person she actually killed, basically. Yeah. And now we're heading back into this gameplay. And yeah, and now... Yeah. And now, yeah. We're here back in the school.
I've been looking everywhere, but can't find a way out. Guess I'll get inside the video and see what happens. But what exactly does get inside the video mean?
Can't believe I woke up in a place like this. There's nothing but TV and cursed videotape. On the shop, maybe some gore and ghost story? What of Mr. Osako? I searched around, but there's no way to get out. Looks like I have to go into the video. Notebook page 1. Oh, shit. And yeah, just creepy stuff all around for real, Fuzzy.
A deeper hallucination. Like a dream inside a dream? I'm seeing so much image noise on my visual module. Then again, I'm not in the real world.
Yeah, definitely look forward to more for real, Fuzzy. Oh, fun. Ain't that fun. Oh. Page 3. World and video got crazy. No, video and me. Calm down, Suzuki. Calm down. Mr. Seko would think like with this anyways. Alright. Uh-huh. Two. Not if you even found a key lock in your expect callers go Mr. Sacco's waiting for me? Hmm. Huh. Hey! Hey, Kukahu Hitsugi! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, welcome! Welcome to the chat! Welcome! Welcome to the stream! Welcome to chat! Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining the chat. How are you? Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Sure. Go ahead and ask. Kuka. Oh god, not the mask. Fuck. Ah, look, the statue's spazzing. The the Devil May Cry collab is only for CN on the May 22nd. Global is going to be at a later date. We don't know exactly when yet. It'll be probably predicted around it'll likely be around like September, October-ish. Most likely. Don't take my word on exactly when, though. Because I have no idea when it'll come for global. So, that's really just a predicted date. That's probably just like my prediction for what the date is when it'll come to global, but yeah. Don't take my prediction as... No, not yet. We're still catching up. Itsu. Kuka. Not you, sir. RNA Pokemon. Yeah, for real, Fuzzy. Yeah. It's no problem. It's no problem. Yeah, there's a lot of information going around right now regarding it. Kuka. Pook 5. Hi, see Mr. Saru. He's in the TV. I'm in the TV. I finally got out. Great, I can finally rest. Yay. Oh boy. And of course this thing is here. Oh god, why, man? Screw you, bro. Fuck. Oh boy. Oh. Finally revealed, huh? Oh, damn. Oh, so yo? Well, damn, okay. Yes. Yes, you should. Yes, you should, yes. If you only care about the... If you only care about the Devil May Cry units, you definitely can keep on saving, yes. Although it should be noted that Dante will be given out for free. A copy of Dante. I should say a copy of Dante will be given out for free. And Virgil will be able to pull at a discounted price. Fair enough. Kuka, fair enough. But yeah. Damn, overall, man, yikes, the story, bro. Yesterday once more. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I definitely understand that. That need for power and motivation.
Yata. Yata.
Yeah, Fuzzy. Oh, voice!
Remember? We're supposed to make a music box together today.
Yes, motivated.
Yup. Coming.
I believe a copy of Dante will be given out for free. I'm not quite sure about the rest of his cup. The rest. I'm not sure, but I know you'll be given a free Dante, but like I'm not one free Dante. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. I don't know the details of the collab exactly. I'll be honest, Kuga. I'm sorry I couldn't answer that. I'm really sorry. I apologize profusely. I really am. I really am sorry, but I hope you'll stick around. Yeah, we will, Kuka. I hope you stick around as well. Thanks. Thank you, Kuka. Appreciate it.
You seem tired. Been having it rough, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been rough on me this whole time. I can really use a break.
Kuakuitsugi just followed.
Ah, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, it looks like it's flashback time. Yay! Let's keep going. No problem, Kuka. It's fine. Music glass and music box glass marble. Okay. Music box ornament that circles along with a spring. Under the glass dome, two little foxes are playing in the hydrangea bush, forming a lively world. Both the hydrangea flowers and the foxes were handmade by Yuka. It's cute. No, so small. How did she make it so delicate? Aww. Brass cylinder. Music box component with the elegant inscription La Chambre du Longtemps, i.e. friendship forever in French. Yata attempted to carve these words many times but failed to apply too much force. This was the last cylinder. Oh, eventually Yuka made it in one go. Haha. Damn. Literally me when making anything. Literally me when making anything though. I legit use too much force for real. That's literally me. Me using too much force on whenever trying to do anything delicate that requires delicacy and breaking shit. Music box base. Music box base gives faint, sweet peach wood fragrance. Looks like a chocolate yum. It's not the time to eat. For real, Fuzzy.
Let's go. They're all waiting for us in the music room.
Yuka, I had a dream. I had 6 arms. It was pretty awesome.
Oh boy, ghosts. Yay.
Did you see me?
Not at first. I came back to you, though, after I got tired of fighting.
Ooh, this music is so beautiful as well. Okay. I'm loving the piano here. Okay.
But I don't think I can be with you for long. You think that's what I'd say? Come on, it was just a dream.
Yata, so tell me, you're here to craft the music box? Group people said they'd bring the cylinder to you, but they were gone the next second. You tell me they sold the cylinder.
Huh? The amateur's following Osako around. Fine. I'm gonna go get the part back.
Damn, alright. The ghosts haven't come out. Should we go check on them? Wait, who's that? It's Yata.
Stop!
Damn, what are you in for a run? Hey boss, why are we running? We don't want to die. Bro stuck. Wait, the path is locked.
Hand it over. Now.
Damn. Just wait till our boss gets here. He'll be sorry.
Bunch of idiots. Come on then. All of you.
Damn, alright. Yata takes down the delinquents in a flash of... for...
Better head back. Yuka must be freaking out.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what in God's name? What the hell? A paper crane, an origami fox thing? What is that, some kind of fox-shaped cleaning bot? Yata, will you stay here forever? What's going on? How do you know my name? Strange, you're gone quiet again. I should head back quickly. Definitely not weird. We're back!
I got it back. Here.
Great, as expected of you, Yata. Now we just need to record the sound into the cylinder.
What instrument should I use to make the recording for the tumble?
How about you just sing it, Yuka?
Huh? All right.
Oh, okay, singing, alright. What a beautiful song, and wonder when I'll be able to play his music as good as that. Let's see, we're jazz music. Jazz, come on, Yuka, join us. Alright, stop pressuring Yuka. Both of you need to focus on practicing.
Huh?
Damn.
Where are you going?
The glass ball on the music box needs to be refined in the art room, yeah?
Oh, damn, alright.
Paper cutouts, paint, red strings. That should be about everything.
Did you just say red strings? I wonder where that's... I wonder where red strings are from, huh? I wonder where. I wonder what anime. I wonder what anime.
I can't even begin to wrap my head around these things.
Don't matter. I'm just gonna start carving while Yata collects the materials.
If I can fulfill Yuka's wish by collecting these materials...
Aw, stay up late to refine the glass thing. Aw. Hey, an achievement, nice. Strange, when do these people in black appear? Perhaps it's due to the recent nighttime security incident. The school must have increased security. What the hell? Then we can't make the music box now. Yuka, I'll lure them away. Use a chance to get out of here. Damn. Yata lures away all the patrol members. Damn, alright, okay.
Are they all gone? Gotta get out of here. So Yata didn't put in all the hard work for nothing.
Oh, he plays Yuka. Okay, damn, alright. You guys have told me. Oh shit.
Wrong.
You married.
This is
Oh shit,
where
yo.
this dream ends.
Yuka, what's wrong?
In the next one. In the next dream. I'll be able to keep you with me in the next dream.
Yuka? Yuka?
Well, damn, that ain't great.
What was that?
The music box isn't making any sound because it's missing a spring.
Huh? Where is it?
It's okay, this is fine. First, I didn't do this. Oh shit, yo, okay. Oh, we're playing as Yuka this time, alright. That she runs like that, alright.
You don't look well. Are you sick again? Do you need to go to the infirmary?
Sure. Right. Yata has always seen me as a weakling who's always sick. And weaklings shouldn't be running around. That's why the last dream crashed.
Yuka,
Oh, damn.
I had a dream.
I had
You
a
made
dream.
a full recovery. But you never smiled or cried again.
Oh shit, yo. Oh, yo, what?
Yuka Saotome, it's time for med and nanomachine injection.
The spring is in the bed in there. I'm counting on you to do what needs to be done.
Sure.
Oh, damn. Piercing electric hum fills the air. And a wave of nausea suddenly strikes Yuka's mind. Fighting back the urge to vomit, she opens her eyes, only to see flashes of a quantum-simulated mind dance before her.
Well, are we ready for consciousness projection,
oh, damn,
Yuka?
Yo.
Projection? No. No!
Oh shit, yo, what? Great. It's those strange little foxes again. Ah, yes, hi. Doesn't respond, huh? Oh, yo. Oh, shit, yo, what? Okay. Okay, okay. Yuka lies on the bed and said she's falling asleep. Why would I say that? She's sleeping, looks pale, and her heart had stopped beating. Yuka, no, this is not Yuka. She was standing by his side just a moment ago. This is Yuka. You and I should understand. It's just she won't respond anymore. Oh, damn. Alright.
The year the disaster came, it swept across the entire island.
It ain't nothing more than a bunch of broken metals! Let's do it!
Oh, damn. Alright. Okay, let's go. Damn, bro, are you gonna attack or not? Masao, you're hurt. Looks like this is it for me. Get out of here, Yata. I'll hold them off. The rest is up to you now. Oh, damn.
You were saved. But Yuka stayed here forever.
This is trippy as hell.
Yata! Yata! Yata? Yata?
Yo. Remember to take that power spring with you, please. The power spring gleams with its silver lacquer finish. Its pattern is personally designed by Yuka, but will this music box with a symbol of friendship ever play again with it? Oh, damn. What's up with the blue strings, man? That ain't great. That doesn't look good. Definitely does not look good. Oof.
Come on. Let's go.
You're
Okay.
this close to becoming a Prometheus, Yuka.
You'll be
Oh,
making life
boy.
difficult for Reika if you refuse participation in the experiment, Yuka.
Damn it! It's coming! Ah!
Help! Stay away from me! Ah!
Every memory here, be it painful or good, once existed and was real. And yet, we can never go back.
Here we are. One final touch for the music box.
Well, damn. Okay.
I should have seen it coming. Now to leave, or to fulfill her wish.
Yuka, is this all a dream? Nothing's so perfect here, but it's too perfect to be true. Yuka, what happens if we don't finish the music box? No matter how beautiful the dream, there will come a time to wake from it eventually.
Yes. All that's left is to stick the spring in and stay here forever and ever.
Oh, damn. Drop the spring, return to reality. Let's head back to reality, baby. Oh,
Why?
cutscene. Yo, okay.
Why are you ditching me again? Like you did before.
Yuka. It's time we woke up.
Hey, okay. Yo, that was nice. Ooh, I like that. That was nice. Very anime-esque. very anime-esque, not gonna lie. Yata, are you really leaving? Where are you running off to, leaving me here all alone? I worked so hard to build a proper school life for you. You don't like it? Not up to your standards? Don't worry, next time I'll shape the dream exactly how you like it. This isn't our school anymore. It's nothing but a graveyard. What's wrong with drifting eternally through the memories of days gone by? To live forever without pain, isn't life just a fleeting dream anyway? Why wake up at all? Are all our problems just gonna go away when we wake up? I remember now. I remember everything now. You're only going to find yourself in greater pain the more you think, Yata. I came here for one thing, to deal with the Red Tide's influence on this island. These illusions you're projecting, they're meant to hold me back. You've been trying to stop me all along. For me, no. For all of humanity, you stand as our enemy. Yuka, tell me now, where did you take Shiva? Is that person important to you? She's my companion, my comrade in arms who fought beside me. Does that make you two friends? Friends, yeah, I guess you could say that. She's your friend and I'm not? Are we seriously having this argument right now? I've never really wanted things to turn out like this, but... Why? We could have gone to the Red Tide its world together. Don't worry, I'll help you remember everything, slowly. After failing to persuade her, Yuka's body begins to twist and contort before Yata's eyes. Soon beneath the black hair, her delicate features begin to blur and melt away. Like liquid. You're not Yuka, you're just some kind of illusion. Wait, Yuka, don't choose that side. Oh, damn. Don't choose the red tide. Before Yata's eyes, Yuka dissolves into a puddle of red liquid and vanishes into the classroom floor. When an illusion figured as much. Like a dream, the moment you become aware of it, everything begins to crumble and fall apart. The reality around the classroom begins to unravel as red liquid seeps through the walls from all sides. The ground trembles continuously as waves of static and flashing lights surge through the air. Oh shit, yo, okay. This is the illusory space. The false objects in Yata's perception of reality begin to contradict one another. Soon, the disintegration increases closer to where Yata stands. Spiderweb-like cracks spread across the floor. Before the cracks reach her, Yata spins around and grabs the classroom door handle. Time to get out of here! Yata turns the handle and pushes the door with all her might, and in that moment, the world around her shatters like a jigsaw puzzle hitting the ground, breaking into fragments until only endless darkness remains. Before Yata lies a single dark path forward. There's no other way to go. She sprints down the path where white light gleams from an exit up ahead. Just before reaching the exit, a sudden curiosity stirs within Yata. Like in all myths, she cannot help but look back over her shoulder. Mere inches away, a massive gnome mask hurtled towards Yata, its maw gaping wide. A monstrous teeth threatens to devour everything in sight. The white lit exit beckons just ahead. Oh, damn. She lunges forward with all her might, and then white light engulfs everything in sight. Damn. Phew. Yata's eyes snap wide open as she awakens in a unfamiliar place, gripped by fear and panic. Her breath comes in uncontrolled gasps as the aftershocks of the vision still course through her. For Yata, now her construct, these sensations are nothing but phantom pains, echoes of the person she was from when she was still human. After regaining her composure, Yata surveys her surroundings. Dust-covered audio equipment lies scattered nearby. Yata steadies herself against the soundproof wall as she rises, carefully listening for any movement nearby. She appears to be in a school broadcasting room. The diary I saw in the hallucination just now. I think it said something about a weird machine hidden in the activity room. Why would something like that be in a school, though? What exactly was the administration hiding? I wonder if that has anything to do with what's going on in this building now. I feel like I've forgotten something important. Wait, that's it. The mass fainting incident at Misono High. It happened in the activity room. Yes, it happened in that activity room. 2. I gotta look into this. Yata pushes open the door to the broadcasting room and heads straight to the activity room. Oh, damn. Alright. As she climbs the stairs, her head starts throbbing again. The hallucinations are back. Each step feels heavier than the last, but Yata grits her teeth through discomfort and presses on. By the time she staggers to the activity room, she's barely pulling herself together. Damn it. Almost there. Just have to make it to the activity room. Through sheer force of will, Yata continues to push forward. Soon, strange sounds reaches her ears as visions from yesterday, the people, events, and scenes begin to materialize. The abandoned corridor begins to twist and warp as strange lights and shadows dance once again. Dead memories spring back to life and dance vividly before Yata's eyes as the illusions swallow her whole. Damn, okay. Alright, okay. Damn, alright, things are getting pretty cool. Pretty, crazy now. Alright, let's go. But, yeah, I'll be back in a sec. I just gotta do something real quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back. But yeah. We're here. Let's keep going with the story. Hope you guys are enjoying the story so far, by the way. Because I certainly am enjoying it. It's pretty interesting. Thank you, Fuzzy. Hope you're enjoying the story. Yeah, Fuzzy. Yeah. Yeah, applause for real. Thank you, Fuzzy. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the story. Because I certainly am. But yeah, let's keep going. The Defeatist. Sono High. Dragon Club Victory Party. Alright. Why are we at school? Shouldn't we be having this party at a buffet restaurant? Who knows? School probably has something special planned. Maybe there's a surprise in store? Inside the activity room, Yata sits with her legs crossed on a chair, yawning with an expressionless face. Come on, Yata, don't look so gloomy. You're the star of the sports meet. Something feels off about this. These chairs are arranged way too perfectly. Why did they have to call us here so late at night? You're right, it feels like we're about to take a listening test or something. As the crowd buzzes with chatter, a sharp screech suddenly pierces through the speakers at the front of the classroom. Please find your respective seats as assigned. Your names are written on the chairs. A cold, raspy, emotionless voice creeps through the broadcast system. What's with all this mystery? Who's speaking? I don't think I've ever heard this voice before. Though confused, the Track and Field Club members obediently follow the instructions. In moments, every chair in the needs rows is occupied. The number of seats matching the number of people exactly. Not one more, not one less. Okay. In the darkened room at the other end of the broadcast system, Kuhei holds the microphone and turns to question the others. Is Yuka ready? All clear, Chief. She's connected to the mainframe. Good. Boot up the terminal and initiate remote memory projection. I'd like to thank all of you for your cooperation. Now let the experiment begin. Experiment? Before Yata can react, an intense headache assaults her brain. Damn it, it hurts. Why? Pain feels like glass shards cutting through her skull as Yata rises from her chair. I see. This headache first appeared back then. The night we were called to the club room. Someone was using us as lab rats for their experiment. Damn it. Hey, guys. Yata turns around to find other track members collapsing to the ground, one after another. No matter how much Yata shakes them, they remain completely unconscious. Soon, bodies lie sprawled across the entire club room, with Yata being the only one left standing. Fighting to stay conscious, Yata staggers toward the classroom door through waves of hallucinations. What's going on? Why did they all just pass out like that? I don't know. Look at it and look into it now. We found the cause. Yuka lost consciousness while she's trying to establish a consciousness connection. The nanomachines in her brain are disrupted. The host system's input signals are going berserk. Pulse signal output has surged 300% at planned levels in such a short period of time. And the readings are still climbing. Damn it, why did that worthless piece of junk have to fail now of all times? Cut off Yuka's connection to the mainframe now. Yes, initiating disconnection between the mainframe and the terminal transmitter. That's it. We're done for today. The second mass consciousness experiment has failed. Yeah. Well then. Yata grabs a chair and hurls it at the PA speaker mounted on the classroom wall. The speaker crashes to the floor, but the headache persists. Is it not? It's not the speaker. What the hell is it then? The pain in Yata's head intensifies until she staggers and collapses to her knees. Oh, damn. Her vision begins to blur as hallucinations nearly eclipse the reality. Like the others, Yata's eyes begin to lose focus, growing distant and vacant. Fading away. Oh, damn. Shit. Yo, okay. No, I can't. You can't fall here, Yata. You're not that helpless kid anymore. Yata forces herself forward, groping blindly until her hand touches the wall. She instantly realizes what felt off in the hallway. The walls here are thicker than the walls on the other floors. Yata strikes the wall with her fist, and an echo resonates from within. There's a hidden room behind here. Of course, those hallucinations weren't coming from that tiny speaker, but from... Yata clenches her fist and slams it into the clubroom's wall with all her might. As the old tiles and steel frame come crashing down... Oh, damn. A hidden chamber reveals itself behind the collapsed wall. A secret room behind the clubroom, its existence never before confirmed. In the secret chamber, a dust-covered mechanical behemoth continues its relentless operation. Yata approaches the behemoth, plants her feet on the floor, and leaps high into the air, and smashes its power cables. Amid a shower of sparks, the mechanical behemoth's roar dies down, and silence once again fills the room. In that moment, Yata lets out a breath of relief. The hallucinations are gone, and her headache has subsided considerably. In the dim secret chamber, Yata activates the light device in her palm. She rolls her shoulders and carefully circles the machine to examine it from every angle. A high-performance pulse wave weapon. Looks like it was modified from military hardware. Yata gently runs her fingers across the machine's surface, making out several lines of embossed text. Suitable for regional counter-terrorism operations, anti-drone tactics, and coastal defense warfare. I see. According to the mission data, the people who experimented on Yuka had Corona connections. They must have acquired this from Corona. Those bastards got creative and fitted it with remote input device, huh? They turned this thing into a tool for projecting hallucinations with innocent students becoming its victims. So this is why people just passed out cold at Misono. The track club members, myself included, were called here to be unwitting test subjects. Used like lab rats in some mysterious scheme. Damn it. If only we had looked into it back then, we could have prevented that tragedy. Gotta keep moving while the hallucinations are weakening. This might be my chance to find Yuka. Kuhei, how is she? Oh, damn. I deeply apologize. The mass consciousness ejection experiment has failed. In one-on-one experiments, we're able to implant nanomachines into test subject and maintain signal stability. But it's simply impossible to implant machines into that many subjects for mass consciousness experiments. I believe perhaps we shouldn't limit ourselves anymore. Kuhei, repeat my question. The voice on the other end of the line is calm and emotionless, sending chills down Kuhei's spine. Yuka fell into a coma during the experiment. Vital signs? Everything normal, except her heart rate is getting weaker. Do not proceed recklessly with any further experiments. Yuka's body can still endure more. Yuka must survive, no matter what. Do I make myself clear? I get it now. Oh, damn. Yo? Yo, what? Okay. Century Hydrangea Island, near Scarab's landing site. Oh, hey! We're back. Discord, the corrupted are losing their coordination. Looks like Yata's making progress on her end. Let's finish them off in one sweep. Roger. The pair seized their chance to strike as gaps in the Imperial enemy circlement. Valeria hurls 2 explosive grenades, causing the corrupted round them to fall like dominoes. Let's go, we need to regroup with Yata. Damn, okay. Deliric Strong, Masona's Grand Hall, alright. My power's fading. Did Yata destroy the amplifier pulse emitter? Impressive as always, Yata. You never cease to excel. Impressive determination and power are second to none. In the empty lecture hall, Yuka quietly vents her frustrations to no one in particular. As she complains, a rustling sound reaches her ears. The crimson eyes scan the surroundings before fixing upon a dark figure emerging from the corner. 2 corrupted stagger out from between the seats and suddenly lunge at Yuka. Alright, damn, alright. A puppet breaking free from his strings. Planning to attack your puppeteer? Yuka pulls her massive embroidery scissors from the ground and slices her attacker in half. The other corrupted tries to circle behind Yuka, but before it can strike, invisible threads bind it in place. You're nothing but pathetic steel husks that don't even know who you are yourselves. Yuka clenches her thread-wrapped fingers, and the corrupted is torn to pieces. Those who cannot dream have no reason to exist. Surrounded by scattered mechanical parts, Yuka implants her scissors into the ground. And leans against them. As the night breeze gently stirs her dress, Yuka softly hums a melody from her memories. Until footsteps interrupt her peaceful reverie. Feeling overwhelmed, aren't you? Even with a portion of the Red Tide's power? Who? Yuko furrows her brow and cautiously scans her surroundings, then relaxes her guard. It's you again. Why are you here? Ah, Cradle, great. I'm a bit worried about you since your heart has been growing weaker. Why else would you fail to maintain a few dreams? If this goes on, even this body of yours might go with the dreams you created. This body wasn't something I willingly received, even if it once belonged to me. But you are special. Instead of having your will devoured by the red tide, you strengthen your convictions. That's truly remarkable. I find you quite interesting, Yuka. That's why I didn't devour you, but instead reshaped your body. Oh, damn. I chewed out a mainframe connected to you and data stored on it and force-fed it to you. I went to such lengths for you, but you hate the red tide that gave you rebirth. Now this is what people call ingratitude, isn't it? Oh, damn. You wanted to weave beautiful illusions with an endless paradise with the red tide. I never stood in the way of your dreams. On the contrary, I've always been by your side. What do you mean? Now that the memory amplifier and projection device are damaged, Babylonia will soon take control of this place. Without control of the island, your dream will never come true. What are you suggesting? The red tide can grant you greater power than the machine ever could. Accept our blessing, and you'll gain full control of the red tide. Forget that old piece of junk. Use the red tide as your medium to spread illusions instead. Your woven vision will echo through every corner touched by the tide. Cradle moves close to Yuka and whispers softly in her ear. Don't you want to become the Prometheus of this new world? Then achieve your perfect form first, Yuka. At the mention of Prometheus, a distant look flickers across Yuka's eyes. She remains silent, gazing wistfully at the podium in the center of the lecture hall. Damn. I remember how Dr. Saotome held quite a few seminars here and presented her hypothesis to everyone. She believed that there are other beings lying hidden beyond Earth. In the vast cosmos, their gaze never leaves humanity. We have to evolve into higher species through the connection of all human consciousness. Only by unifying human consciousnesses can we gain the power to fight them. For a long time, Dr. Saotome has been waging mental battle against enemies of her own imagination. Whenever she mentioned threats from higher dimensions, it only drew laughter from the audience. Yet she possessed an innate messiah complex. Even when no one believed her, she just stuck to her research on world salvation. She saw anyone who entered her research as enemies of the world and would stop at nothing to deal with them. Such lofty ideals and sense of mission ultimately led her to lose herself. Today, the mysterious enemies she had imagined didn't appear. Instead, the punishing came. Earth was no longer solely humanity's home, even though several forces fought like cornered beasts. Anyhow, no matter who makes up society, I never believed that human society held any superiority over the red tide or punishing. When I was human, I witnessed far too many stories of pain and sorrow. Everyone is selfish. Everyone fails to understand one another. That's the kind of species we are. I believe humans can never fight the punishing with the desperate determination that Dr. Saotome hoped for. Humans will ultimately fall into corruption. They will fall because they live. I deeply respect her, and I will keep my promise to become the Prometheus she envisioned. Oh, damn. However, I will fulfill her vision in a completely different way. I'm going to make everyone abandon their ideals of saving the world, embrace their desires and weakness, and then drift aimlessly in this apocalyptic paradise of pleasure and let time slip away between moments and eternity. Oh, damn. I see now understand why your desire runs so deep. You're a regressionist among humans. No, more accurately, you're a defeatist. But humanity's final curtain will fall sooner or later. The red tide will paint this planet in beautiful colors, and you're someone who has what it takes to appreciate this beauty. So what do you say? Let the red tide gather here, and I shall become one with its flow. And then this island shall mark the beginning of humanity's fall from grace, the genesis of their descent. Come, enter this fallen Eden. I'm pleased to see such enlightenment in you, Yuka. However, it won't be I who completes the task, it should be you. As you once said, you understand humans better than I do. You're more suited to become the witness. Just as she did before with that construct from the Forsaken. Cradle takes Yuka's pale hand, and crimson threads seep into her body. A scarlet glow seeps through Yuka's school uniform as crimson powders materialize across her chest. What are you doing? Just a little power, that's all. I lend it to you. That way you can go much further. Why? Weren't you the one who wanted to explore human civilization? I can't stay here for much longer. There are more important matters that await me. Where are you going? A place far, far away from here. Before I leave, consider this power my parting gift to you. I'm afraid this will be the last time we meet. As Kratos releases her grip, color returns to Yuka's previously dim eyes. In amazement, she presses her hand against her heart, feeling its intense pulsing. My heart. Goodbye, then. Damn. Hey! Before Yuka can follow, Kratos vanishes without a trace. What an unlikable person, just like me. Fair, true, agreed. With a soft sigh, Yuka turns and walks away, her steps carrying her across stone stairs blanketed with hydrangeas. Come forth, tides, gather unto me. White dust drifts down from the lecture hall ceiling like falling snow. As if answering Yuka's call, gentle tremors begin to ripple through her surroundings. Not far from here, the red tide from the Bay Area begins to corrupt its way inward. In the wake of the tide comes an overwhelming swarm of hetero creatures. Oh, fun! 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 On the other side of Hydrangea Island, aftershocks continue to rip her outward. An earthquake? That's not all. Hetero creatures from the forest are also surging forward. Interference is back. Discord clutches her head in pain, struggling to maintain balance amid the tremors. Stay calm, take a deep breath, and connect with me like you did last time. As she speaks, Valeria firmly supports Discord by the shoulders to keep her body steady. Feeling better? I can barely move, but there's no time for that. The red tide will be here in no time. The threats we are facing have intensified, and I fear it's time for same for Yata too. If things go well for her, communication should be restored soon. If not, we'll have to rush to her aid. The plan remains unchanged. Regroup with Yata as soon as possible and find high ground to secure our position. Hey, alright. Damn, okay. Okay. Things are getting really hitting the fan right now, man. Wow, things are definitely hitting the fan right now, dude. Wow. 3 eyes, 6 hands. Alright, let's go. Let's go. God damn, it's hot. Walking through the frigid water, surrounded by an endless sea. In the distance, where the sky meets the sea, twinkling stars dot the horizon. At the center of the sea lies what appears to be a luminous mark, radiating an endless halo of light. I walk towards it, each step closer bringing more pain. My heart grows heavier with each moment. Sorrow silently corrodes my will. The girl, enshrouded in a faint glow, appears almost transparent, casting no shadow. Upon touching her, I feel a bone-chilling cold, and beneath layers of despair, the faintest glimmer of hope. Her presence isn't unfamiliar at all. On the contrary, it feels deeply familiar. Is that you, Yuka? Why is this so painful? What exactly happened? Damn, alright, alright. The moment I ask these questions, the dream shatters instantly. Damn, alright. Good morning, I see you're awake. Where am I? I should be at the track team celebration party. Wait, exactly what happened in the activity room last night? What exactly happened? Please calm down. You just recovered from a severe concussion. It's natural to feel disoriented. Severe concussion? What are you talking about? Well, you see, during the celebration party in the activity room last night, the ceiling suddenly collapsed for some reason and knocked all of you out, so... That's ridiculous. I clearly remember someone speaking to us through the broadcast system. Those are hallucinations from your brain injury. This happens sometimes. Physical trauma can cause temporary memory confusion. Yata sits up in the hospital bed and tears off the suspiciously pristine bandage wrapped around her head. She grabs the nurse's sleeve, gritting her teeth as she fixes them with an intense stare. Do you even believe that nonsense you just spouted? I'm sorry, but that's what I heard from someone else. To be honest, why with you acting like this? With you acting like this, I really don't know what to do. I only started my internship at this hospital last week. If the attending physician finds out about this. Forget it. Yata leaps off the bed and charges past the nurses, trying to stop her, bursting out of the ward. Her slippers slap against the floor as she strides forward in her hospital gown. An inexplicable urge in her heart drives Yata towards somewhere within the hospital. After walking what feels like forever, she slows down in a corner. To her left stands a partially open door to a ward, isolated from any other rooms nearby, like something that materialized out of nowhere, an object that feels completely out of place in its surroundings. Oh, damn. Yata gently pushes the door open to find a frail girl lying on the solitary bed. Yata knows her. Hearing the movement, the girl struggles to pull herself up in a sitting position. Yuka? Yata, so you're here too. Why are you back in the hospital? Weren't you doing just fine a few days ago? I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? It's not like you're the one who made me sick. No, Yata, this might sound strange, but you weren't supposed to find me here. I don't have much time left, and I probably won't be going back to school anymore. That's why I want to say proper goodbye. I might have pulled a few tricks. I hope you can forgive me for being selfish. What are you talking about, Yuka? Weren't you getting better? Weren't you just talking about becoming an apprentice at a flower shop? Why are you being so pessimistic now? I don't need those things anymore. I heard that in spiritual Eden, there are gardens more beautiful than anything in the real world. Spiritual eating? What's that? What's that? Do you even know what's coming out of your mouth? When I fill that place with hydrangeas, Yata, that's when you should come pay me a visit. No, damn. Yuka turns to her side and takes a folded paper fox from the bedside table. Placing it in Yata's hands. Paper foxes? I don't have anything worth giving you, but please accept this as a parting gift. I folded it while I was still lucid. When you see these little ones again someday, please don't forget our promise. As Yata takes the paper foxes and is about to say something, there's a knock on the door behind her. The person who knocked enters directly. Wearing a doctor's white coat, he has clearly overheard their conversation. The doctor shows no surprise at Yata's presence, only staring back with cold indifference. I'm afraid you'll have to leave. The patient needs to rest now. Please come back another time if you would. Yata rises from her seat in protest, but Yuka holds her hand and nods to the doctor. Come visit me again another time, Yata. I'll come back tomorrow. I promise I will. Goodbye, Yata. Head back to school now. Damn. Yata leaves with lingering doubts. As she reaches the corridor, something suddenly crosses her mind. The doctor's cold voice sounds familiar to her, but she can't quite place where she heard it before. Time freezes like a paused film, and everything around comes to a sudden halt. Oh, damn. The dusk light suddenly streams through the window and onto the floor. The white birds are outside hanging motionless in midair. The surroundings take on an unreal quality, as if they become a part of photorealistic painting. In this frozen moment, footsteps echo from behind Yata. If only she had recognized the doctor's voice back then, if only she realized it was Yuka's cry for help. At the very least, she wouldn't have had to watch Yuka head down that dark path alone. In the end, it did nothing. It couldn't change anything at all. Even you, as you are now, are nothing but a shadow formed from the depths of my regret. Did something happen to Yuka? On the day of the punishing outbreak, she was trapped in the laboratory with no way of escape. When the rescue team published their list, Yuka's name appeared under the column of the deceased. Years have passed, and this nightmare has haunted me relentlessly until it came back to this place. Only when I saw her through these memories and hallucinations did I finally understand that Yuka's tragedy didn't end with her death, it began with it. Yuka's tragedy began with her death? The decades have passed, and she made her appearance again at the abandoned Misono High, apparently. Ever so quietly. I can only believe that the real Yuka died, and whoever she is now is something else entirely. And yet she definitely has Yuka's memories, and I can't bring myself to see her as an enemy. I just can't think of her as someone I have to fight. Has Yuka become your enemy? She's taken control of the entire armament. Commandeer Babylonian strike team and kidnap my squad mates. If that doesn't make her an enemy, then what exactly is she trying to do? Perhaps she just wanted to see you one last time. After all, you were Yuka's only friend. Wanted to see me one last time? She always has been easily influenced by people. She's going through puberty right now, right? Puberty? Yes, even after all these years, if her mind hasn't changed, then she's really no different from any other teenage girl. Her brain hasn't fully developed yet, while her personality is still sensitive, and she has many unrealistic ideas about the world. Like a child who never grows up, her soul remains trapped within the school. Oh, damn, that ain't great. You're like a ghost. Ah, like a ghost. Fun. Fun. Trapped in the school. But the same can be said about you, no? I mean, you're still lying with regret now. Your heart is just trapped in this place. What am I supposed to do? Everything is the way it is now because I couldn't save her back then. Then why not try to save her again? Thank you so much for the redeem. Fuzzy, thank you so much. Yep, thank you. Hydrating now, thank you. Save her again? If she can't find her way out of this on her own, then as her best friend, Yata, you should be the one to help her. Could be that she probably couldn't figure her way out on her own. I came to see you hoping you could stop her, because you're the only person who she finds trustworthy, Yata, besides her Dr. Saotome. But what if I fail again? Are you going to let the fear of failure stop you from trying? Back when you competed in track and field, did you ever hold back just because you were afraid of not winning first place? You'll never give a race your all if you're afraid of losing. Have you forgotten your own words? Once you get in the zone, you gradually tune out everyone around you and focus solely on your own pace. But I run to surpass myself, not to defeat others. Your only enemy has always been yourself. All these years, you've never been able to overcome your inner demons. You run away and refuse to take responsibility because you can't face who you were yesterday. Don't think, just act. The effort is what counts. Even if you're bound to fail, you need to face the music with honesty. You only see your failure to save Yuka, but have you forgotten what you did that day? Were you really doing nothing, just waiting for death to come? Back then, You fought, didn't you? Did you fight with everything you had? You might not have been as strong as you hoped you'd be, but you're no longer the Yata you were back then. I'm no longer the Yata of yesterday. I stand here as a stronger version of myself. Now it's your turn to save her, please. I see, thanks. After all these years, this rematch, I'm not losing again to her. Oh, damn, alright. Losing this time. Again this time, alright. Reality pulls her back to the battlefield. The derelict school building is still shrouded in night. Alright. In the narrow corridor, 3 corrupted loom right before her eyes. In less than half a second, their weapons will tear right through Yata's flesh. Nope, not gonna let that happen. Yata steps back half a pace, dodging the incoming blades, and that split second as they graze past her. She uses the frontmost corrupted as a pivot point to leap into the air, breaking free from their encirclement. Thinking of a pushover, huh? With a sideway flip, Yata channels her momentum into a kick that shatters the corrupted's blade. Landing crouching, lowering her center of gravity, she charges at full speed. Until her blade cleaves the enemy in half. Oh, okay, let's go. Then comes a powerful beam, charged and unleashed. The brilliant beam floods the dim corridor with daylight. Scorched scrap metal and dismembered parts litter the ground around Yata. Stepping over the deactivated corrupted, Yata finds Shiva unconscious at the end of the corridor. She kneels down and gently shakes Shiva. Shiva! Shiva! Silence. Not a single wound marks the body, her eyes tightly shut. Only her third eye on her forehead still emits a faint green light, telling Yata that she's still alive. Damn it, this is not working. Did Yuka do this? Shiva's kidnapper probably had absolute confidence when they left her in the corridor. An absolute certainty that those and her under control wouldn't easily awaken. Come to think of it, corrupted here are growing more restless, and the interference signals are getting stronger. Yuka, have you chosen the red tide? Another wave of intense pain surges through her mind, and Yata clutches her head in agony. Yata, six-time freak, what's going on here? Is there not a single normal person in Scarab? Hey, are you calling yourself normal when you have 3 eyes? Therefore, battlefield analysis and signal detection, an observation of... Alright, there's a lot of uses for my 6 arms as well. Weren't you bragging about being the best at escaping? How did you end up surrounded? The corrupted are always swarming in, and none of us have managed to escape with no one covering our retreat. Man, honestly, dude, I miss her mask, man. Oh, I miss her mask. I really miss her mask and horns, dude. Not gonna lie. 8 o'clock, high ground, prepare to break through. You idiot, why did he come back? Short Hall is going to be a real piece of his mind if you don't make it back. Not a single normal person in Scarab, but you all give off some nice frequencies. Yeah, even if Short Hall were still here, this mission to investigate the source of the red tide anomaly wouldn't be any easier. Something's off with the frequencies in my body. I have Shut it. Shut up! You phony mystic, quit talking in your sleep. It's great. Get away from me! Yata snaps awake and sends an approaching corrupted flying with a punch, but more and more headed creatures emerge from the shadows of the corridor. Short also thought they would keep nagging at me even as a ghost. So Shiva, even if he's gone now, I'm still taking you back with me. She bends down to scoop up Shiva as the chemical arms on her back fan out dramatically. What are you waiting for? Come at me all at once, inferior beings! As the little creatures surge forward en masse, a faint smile plays across Yata's lips. That's what I'm talking about. But let's keep this in mind. My school, not your playground to run it. This is my school, not your playground to run around in. A deafening explosion rings out, accompanied by the crisp sound of shattering glass. Several headed creatures come hurtling down from the school building. In an instant, violent gunfire tears through the second floor, echoing from the stairwell corner at the end of the hallway. Gotta establish contact with Babylonia now. Oh, damn. Sprinting full tilt, Yata makes her way to the school building's rooftop. Yata quickly sets up the communication anchor and picks Shiva up again to leave. If everything works properly, communication should be restored in 5 minutes. But there's no time to linger here. Yuka's projection keeps growing stronger. If this goes on, no one here is ever going to wake up again. Oh, damn. That ain't great. That is not good. Definitely not good for real. Yeah, oof for real, Fuzzy. Oof for real. Yeah, oof for real. Definitely not going great. But yeah, let's keep going. Apparently this is a long one, so buckle up. The best choice. Construct? According to Scarab's intelligence, this woman called Yuka is at the core of the experiment. Minutes ago, the communication anchor set up by Yata successfully restored contact with Babylonia and began transmitting mission intelligence in real time. According to records, there are 2 non-compliant expenditures, a giant signal implication device, and an uncoded clinical procedure. Research Institute, yeah, London. Well, I guess I have you to thank for all the little drama you caused while I was away, Kuhei. I deeply apologize, but this experiment will definitely succeed. If we can produce results before the Science Council fully intervenes, I believe the academic community will recognize our efforts. Yuka's body is at its limit, isn't it? I failed on my duties, but I've already found a solution. The academic community previously conducted research on human modification, and they made some preliminary progress. You're suggesting construct modification surgery? Yes. Since you brought up the surgery, tell me, what's the success rate? I found the success rate is still quite low, but this is the only way to move the experiment forward. As you've always known, constructs not only far surpass normal humans in physical capabilities, but also possess advanced cognitive structures. Reiko doesn't respond to Kuhei's words, merely flipping through the records in her hands with an expressionless face. Page after page, and the legend thankfully silence, only the resulting sound of OPB records can be heard. I apologize, but if you're looking for the research records, they're still in the laboratory. What you're looking at is Yuka's medical records. These medical records are exactly what I wanted to see. Consciousness projection is a branch of conscious connection technology has been based on the mental structure of constructs since the beginning of its research. The budget doesn't align with Babylonian standards, but when you consider the prerequisites and calculate the project's other expenses, these so-called clinical procedures are most likely construct modification surgeries. Damn. Alright. Why weren't the modifications performed from the start? It was mainly due to the extremely low success rate of the surgery. Based on what we know here, Reika Saitomi probably didn't have a barely perceptible look of disgust flashes through Asimov's eyes. Test subjects. The two exchange a knowing glance, their understanding unspoken. However, this is just my deduction based on the experimental data at hand. According to Yata's information, Yuko was Reita Saitome's adopted daughter. Perhaps this familiar relationship was what caused the delays in progress. Nicola taps the table non-committally. So the key question now is why Yuka just woke up all of a sudden after several decades. Oh, damn. Who's there? Show yourself. Greetings to you, my dear construct. The figure in the shadows lifts her skirt and performs an elegant curtsy. Ah, oh, great cradle. Cradle! She passes Shiva to the mechanical arms behind her and cautiously raises her fists in a fighting stance. Relax, I'm not here to fight you, you see. What did you do to Yuka? I mainly gave her a heart using the power of the red tide, that is. Her body was incomplete from the beginning, resilient to all attempts of awakening. Yet within her mind lay a beautiful story. Her words are cut short by two pulse rounds suddenly streaking through the air. V! You're alive, that's what matters. Now focus on the fight. Yata, isn't this what you wanted, to see her again? Stop making decisions for people. Stop acting like you did that out of kindness when she's a monster now because of you. How unfortunate. Perhaps this is what she wanted. Yata, well, I'd love to see how the story ends. I'm afraid I have more pressing matters to attend to you. Until we meet again. With a smile, Kratos steps into darkness, once again leaving the scarabs alone in the empty corner. V, I'm counting on you to help Shiva. Yuka's still projecting memories. If we don't stop this, none of us will be able to wake up. Damn, alright. Damn, alright. Your mind is unstable too. You and I share a past. Their influence on me stems from that, but I know how to fight it. I've made some adjustments to your mind. What's to help stabilize Shiva? I'll head over there. Sure. Without another word, Yata vanishes into the darkness. Damn, alright. How did the modifications turn out? It worked, partially. Yuka's heart was too weak and required an external power supply device during the modification process. Now she can no longer survive without it. However, as long as the external power supply device functions properly, Yuka can live a normal life. Damn. His cognitive structure has improved significantly. I believe the experiment will be successful soon. Damn. Losing interest in what Kuhei has to say, Reiko walks straight into the laboratory. On the metallic examination table lies a young girl, as delicate as lifeless as a porcelain doll. Pyrotubes, resembling instruments of torture, connect one by one to the girl's back, sustaining her fragile existence. Dr. Satome? An unhealthy flush appears on her face as she struggles to sit up. Why are you here? Lie back down. Even Reiko herself fails to notice how her voice is unconsciously softened. As she speaks, she supports Yuka's back, gently helping her lie back down. How are you feeling? Lauren, it's no longer fragile. You don't have to worry about it anymore. After a brief hesitation, Yuka manages a weak smile. Unable to face Yuka's smile, Reika instinctively turns her face away. Her fragile heart has been replaced with cold power conduits. Around Reika, Yuka has always been good at pushing herself beyond her limits. That pale smile is proof enough. Is something wrong? Did I fail to do something properly? Yuka's anxious voice pulls Reika back from her daze. No, Yuka, I'm just... Dr. Saotome, look. As she speaks, she hands Reika a flower. Only when Reika takes it in her hands does she realize it's made of paper. I folded this myself. It's a hydrangea. Doesn't it look nice? The blue dyed purples bear delicate perfectly placed patterns, make it almost indistinguishable from real hydrangea. If not for the slightly off texture of the card paper, Reika might have thought in May. She was back in May. Damn. I've never been physically strong and never done anything right. But being able to participate in experiments like this makes me feel even someone like me can do something for you. I've always loved the hydrangeas on the island, but they wither away once September comes. Sometimes I find myself wishing they could bloom forever. That's why I made these paper flowers by hand as a gift for you. Even when hydrangeas are not in bloom, they will stay by your side. Though barely above a whisper, Yuka's voice carries an unmistakable hint of determination and resolve. As the paper flowers rest in her palm, Reika's lips part to speak, but the words die in her tongue. Something wells up in her chest, and Reika grows restless. This kind of emotion makes her uncomfortable. Damn. Every researcher tests such emotions. The unknown means trouble and lack of control, so Reika closes her eyes. Behind her closed eyes, the magnificent side of humanity's interconnected consciousness unfolds before her. For a moment, the tension in Reika's chest eases only to tighten again. For there, in a corner of this grand spectacle, a girl huddles helplessly. Dr. Saotome? Reika approaches her, opens her eyes at Yuka's timid call. She stares at the young girl, letting the silence stretch between them. Why don't we call it quits, Yuka? What, Dr. Saotome? Why? Her eyes widen in disbelief. Having overheard their exchange, Kuhei rushes over. What do you think you're talking about? We've already come this far. Kuhei's outburst brings Reika back to her senses, but the turmoil in her heart only grows stronger. Are you questioning my expertise? No, I would never dare, but... While Kuhei stands speechless, Yuka is the first to act, grabbing onto Rika's sleeve. Did I do something wrong? My body has already been modified into a construct. Out of a construct. I'm sure I can do this, so please. Tears suddenly stream down Yuka's face as her voice turns almost pleading. You haven't done anything wrong, Yuka. Your condition is deteriorating severely. If you go any further, I'm not certain the experiment will succeed or if it will eventually yield variable results. Damn, alright. Continuing the experiment would not be a safe, wise choice. But this is the only way to prove your theory. Your only way to prove your theories. If it's the only choice, then it must be the best choice. Reika's gaze shifts from the girl's clothes to her face. Yuka's unwavering gaze helps Rika regain her composure as reason gradually overtakes emotion. Please. As Yuka tries to speak further, Reika suddenly reaches out and gently pats her head. Yuka, don't die. You have to live. Damn. Powerful statement. Reika turns around and leads Kuhei out of the room and back to the monitoring station. Continue the experiment. Expand its scope to the entire campus. The entire campus? Kuhei stands bewildered. Just moments ago we thought Reiko was being too cautious, but now he worries she's becoming too radical. Well, damn. Since she's already become a construct, we could accelerate the process to minimize potential accidents. Reiko turns on the microphone, taps it twice, and speaks with gravity that adds weight to her already serious tone. Yuka, I'll say it again. If you can't hold on, terminate the consciousness projection immediately. Don't worry, I can handle it. A feeble response echoes through the laboratory. Very well, begin the experiment. Third conscious projection experiment starts now. Brainwave capture in progress. All nodal consciousnesses signals precision head. Beginning transmission. Damn. Activation successful. Infringing synchronization. Synchronization in progress. While the main control buzzes with activity, researcher stands by the window. Our researcher stands by the window, entranced by the view of outside. What's with those robots in the streets in the distance? Damn. Hey, focus on the experiment. Get back here. But something's not right. Hmm. Oh shit, yo, that ain't good. Screams of agony from other researchers begin to echo through the research facility hall behind Kuhei. The service robots break free from the controls and begin attacking all personnel indiscriminately. Rika stares in shock at Yuka, who's convulsing violently in the laboratory. What has happened? What's going on? Security! Where's security? Someone stop these crazy machines! Oh, damn. Amidst Kuhei's shouts, Rika notices subtle anomalies appearing on the instrument displays and dials in front of her. Mechanical malfunction. Is it a virus? Rika turns to see people collapsing one after another in the facility's hall. Only those wearing protective suits remain standing. No, it's not. It's just not just targeting machines. Yuka, terminate the consciousness projection now! Having reached a conclusion, Rika immediately activates her microphone. Her only response is beeping of instruments and ever-climbing synchronization rate. Yuka, answer me! Yuka! Stop the consciousness projection now! In the laboratory, Yuka continues to convulse. Yeah, oh no, for real, Fuzzy. Oblivious to what's happening. Seeing this, Reika throws aside a microphone and rushes toward the laboratory door, but somebody nearby grabs her and pulls her back. Dr. Saotome, what are you doing? The equipment is malfunctioning. I can't terminate the projection equipment remotely. I need to go in and cut the power manually. There's no time. We need to evacuate now. We can always replace the test materials. We can't replace you. But the same goes for Yuka. Reika rolls around with a fierce shout. Her sudden intensity leaving Kuei stunned. Catching herself, Reika draws a deep breath and quickly regains her composure. What I mean is that as a volunteer with the highest capability rate, finally be rated for the projection experiment, Yuka possesses irreplaceable qualities. Her presence is crucial to the project. Yeah. Kuei remains silent, his gaze shooting past Reika to something behind her. My apologies for coming late, Chief Doctor. The timing is perfect. The lab door needs to be opened manually. You'll have to... Before she can finish, the guard following Kuei's silent signal renders Reika unconscious. Take her away. Give me the gun. If we don't cut power to conscious projection and the host, none of us will make it out of here. The guard nods, hands over his gun, and swiftly carries Reika away. Damn, alright. Koei fires several shots, destroying the safety valves controlling the power conduits. As she glances at Yuka convulsing inside the lab, a flicker of pity crosses her eyes. Oh, damn. Pity, alright. He perfunctorily inputs commands in the malfunctioning console to force the test subject into suspended animation. They quickly exit the monitoring room without waiting to confirm if the commands went through. Damn. For the doctor's sake, I've done all I could, what I could. Yuka, if you don't make it, well, blame it on your misfortune. Damn, that's cold, bro. What the hell? Inside the lobby, the power conduit indicator light shuts off one after another as cryogenic gas bursts from the equipment. Yuka lies motionless on the examination table, blood vessels bursting in her eyes, and as her mind drifts into a computer-simulated state of consciousness, where waves of negative thoughts spread uncontrollably. Oh, damn. Everything around her is stained blood red as the entire system goes haywire. At that moment, her consciousness reaches across the sea to the distant shore. No matter how far, she can reach and connect with every point of light. Ironically, this power comes from her mechanical corruption eating away at her mind. Yata. As the thought crosses her mind, Yuka finds Yata's consciousness among the glowing specks of light. She touches the light, mustering every last bit of her sanity to utter these words. So the mechanoids on the island have going haywire. Run, Yata! Damn. Damn. While warming up on the track field, Yata is suddenly struck by an intense headache. She falls to the ground, then hears a voice echoing in her head. This voice, it's Yuka's. Why am I hearing it inside my head? What was I hearing things? But she mentioned haywire robots. Could it be? Without a moment's hesitation, Yata races the academic building's rooftop and scans the horizon. On the streets of Harbor District, swarms of robots are marching toward the school. From Mainland Research District, a group of Sentinel robots have already breached the school's restricted zone. Figured as much. These bucket boats have gone haywire. With her nimble agility, Yata dashes to the participants to the principal's office to alert the school staff about the stadium. Unfortunately, not a single person there is willing to listen to someone they've written off as just another delinquent. Damn. The staff continues with their work, treating Yata like she's invisible. Dismissed by the staff, Yata rushes to the student council office, where they at least acknowledge her presence. Blending her and hearing ear is all they do. They drive her away, convinced she's just there to stir up trouble. Left with no choice, Yata decides to arm herself and heads to the gym. Storage to find weapons. Damn, alright. By coincidence, Yata runs into Masao Osako in the gym storage room. Hey, you troublemaking perfect, looking to pick another fight with me? Listen, Osako, I don't have time for this. I've got more pressing matters to deal with. Ignoring Masao, Yata frantically rummages through equipment. Hey, what's with the attitude, Yata? Is that how you treat your betters? Be honest with me. What's going on? I haven't seen you this rattled before. Something's coming from across the sea. A legion of robots making their way to our school. A legion of robots? Hey, damn. All right. Never mind. You probably wouldn't believe me anyway. Damn. Yeah, to swear to me you're not making this up. Dead serious. A robot legion, huh? Sounds like we're in for a tough fight. Can't exactly punch through metal. But with my Sako gang backing up your track team, we might stand a chance, right? You actually believe me? Wait, you actually believe me? Well, the look on your face tells me you're dead serious. To be honest, after Dad passed away, I've been doing a lot of things. Something about this island just doesn't add up. At this point, nothing would surprise me anymore. Osako. Masao slowly pulls out of two cloth-wrapped objects from behind him. These are the science blades my father left behind. Pretty sure you've seen them before. The red one is called Rainbow Breaker, and the blue one is called Snow Grace. Got that? A monomolecular vibration blade. Think it could cut through those mechanical bastards? Don't be ridiculous. Those are my father's masterpieces. Damn. Touchy for real. Yata, with these blades you could cut through anything, even a god standing in your way. How are you going to fend for yourself if you're giving me the blades? These blades are too damn heavy for me anyway. I'm better off with my baseball bat. With some hesitation, Yata takes Rainbow Breaker and Snow Grace before rushing off the track with the club. Oh damn, alright. People from the track club trust Yata completely. They spring into action without a moment's hesitation. Meanwhile, Masao leads the Osako gang to position themselves at the school's back entrance. The swarm of corrupted effortlessly tears through the school security checkpoints. And so begins the battle for Misono High. Oh damn. Hey yo, okay. At first, the Yata attempts to hold back the invading corrupted at the main entrance. But she quickly realizes the overwhelming gap in combat prowess between machines and humans. Yeah, nice background for real, Fuzzy. Agreed. Left with no choice, Yata falls back to the school building, with people too frightened to venture out remaining inside the building with her. But this proves futile. The machines soon breach the school building as well. Ah, what the hell is that thing? Help! Help! Two corrupted corner a pair of fallen two high school girls. Their grotesque red eyes glare down at the girls as they raise the mechanical blades. As the blades flash twice through the air, the terror in the girl's face gives way to vacant stares. A red blur cleaves the corrupted in half at the waist. It's Yata, standing behind what remains of its body. Are you two alright? We're okay. Head to the gym and lecture hall. The doors there are reinforced. Without another word, Yata races to the stairs, cuts down two corrupted at the corner, and continues her ascent. She swings Rainbow Breaker relentlessly, using both hands and feet to maintain her momentum. Though somewhat disheveled, Yata manages to save many people along the way until she finds herself surrounded. Caught in the middle of the corridor with enemies on all sides, Yata readies her blade in a defensive stance. Guess I've got no choice now. Yata looks at the Rainbow Breaker in her hand and lets out a sigh. If this blade truly lives up to its legend of cutting down gods, it might still have a sliver of hope. As the corrupted lunges at her, Yata sidesteps and cuts down in one single motion. The rest of the corrupted spring into action, and Yata meets their charge with her blade. A sharp crack rings out, and her blade shatters. Rainbow Breaker, you should be breaking rainbows, not getting broken yourself. The corrupted behind Yata lunges at her, but she can't draw Snow's Grace from a Seath in time. Damn, alright. She knows only one thing for certain. In the next moment, it won't be her enemies or gods being cut down, but herself. With no time to turn and face her attacker, Yata desperately tries to look back, but it's already too late. You sure fought hard back there. Hey, yo, this art? Okay. Even the most powerful weapons can break. Not to mention the human body is nothing but vulnerabilities. Without the resolve for sacrifice, you can't even step onto the battlefield. You're stronger than me now, as far as determination to fight goes. Well, look who showed up at the perfect time. How's it going over there? I guess I'm doing alright. From here on out, I'll be fighting by your side. Yeah, let's do this together, right now. Let me ask you a question. Why are you trying to protect all those people? That's just who we are. Stick your noses where they don't belong. We'd rather die than kneel to our enemies. But yeah, dude, wow. This art is insane. Dude, this art is amazing, bro. Wow. Don't tell me you've forgotten. Has my future self really become just another jaded grown-up who's indifferent to everything? If you've forgotten what you once stood for, then I refuse to become someone like you. No, I haven't forgotten. I'm just afraid I won't be able to protect everyone. And this feeling, it pains me every single moment. But wouldn't you regret it more if you ran away from that responsibility? You're right, giving up would make everything much easier, but the challenges will still be there. Are you really going to surrender to your fate? Life's challenges won't disappear just because we run from them. I guess I really never really graduated from that lesson myself. If regrets are inevitable, we might as well fight and make our stand. You never know unless you try. Even failing is better than not trying at all. Are you sure? Yeah, agreed. The art is good for real, Fuzzy. Agreed. Leave no regrets behind. Give it your all, and so you know you're already done your absolute best when you look back. If you ever forget your reason to fight, just keep your eyes on me. I see. I'll take point from here. Alright, okay. At a moment when Yata isn't paying attention, the blade in her hand becomes two. The fact that human memory isn't entirely reliable can explain it. Sometimes could probably explain it. Sometimes people confuse past events, even in their hallucinations. Alright. She sees the truth before her, yet chooses to forget certain parts of it. Hey, okay, let's go. Gameplay time!
The broadcasting room. I never actually left this room since the beginning, did I?
Well, here we go.
Yuka! Quit consciousness projecting now!
Oh boy. Ah, and mask too, huh?
Surrender!
Alright, here we go.
Focus! Stay away from me!
Yata, please help the real Yuka come to her senses. Yata, do your best. Yeah, I'm sure you can reach places we can't see. Yata, you can't stay here anymore. Run. Damn, okay.
Why Why can't you just appreciate this heaven I built for all of you?
Alright, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Yata. Hey, let's go. Alright. No health bar? Okay.
Not too shabby.
Hey, let's go. Yata, Yuka's just... Will has been twisted. This girl isn't Yuka. Time for you to go. This is goodbye for real this time. Hurry, take my courage with you and charge forward with everything you got. Damn, alright.
Stop using the Red Tide's power. It's not too late.
Oh, damn, alright.
Don't get cocky. You will be dust. Focus. You will be dust. Not too shabby. Don't get cocky. As long as you become part of us, Yata, I promise
Oh, shit,
you'll
yo.
see why I've done what I've done.
Wake up, boy. Wake up.
Rise blossoms of dawn!
Hey, let's go. Cutscene, okay. Oh, yo, okay. Bro, that was great, dude. Okay. Your name is Yata? Yes. Yata, your physical parameters are excellent. You'll meet all the surgical requirements. There's just one thing I'm curious about. Why did you want to become a construct? Don't you want to live life as a human? You could die at any time out on the battlefield. I want to go back there. What? I want to go back to out there to that battlefield. Guess I got no choice now. Yata looks at Rainbow Breaker in her hand and lets out a sigh. If this blade truly lives up to its legend of cutting down gods, I might still have a sliver of hope. Hey, alright. A sharp crack rings out and her blade shatters. Rainbow Breaker, you should be breaking rainbows, not getting broken yourself. No time to turn and face her attacker. Yata desperately tries to look back, but it's already too late. At the very last moment. You sure fought hard back there. Oh, this guy. Appearing out of nowhere, Masao blocks the corrupted's blade with his own sword, just as he's about to strike Yata. Hey Yata, don't lose focus. Well, look who showed up at the perfect time. As she speaks, Yata draws Snow's grace and gives the blade a few test swings. Alright. How's it going over there? We've lost ground. The black entrance has been overrun by the robot army. I ordered my men to fall back. We can't afford to keep losing resources like this. You should leave too. What could you possibly do here? Don't forget who you just saved your hide. Gee, I'm feeling sorry for feeling seriously underestimated here. Great, I was the only one who trapped before. Now neither of us can escape. Hey, with all this chaos going on, you're telling me the mainland doesn't know about it? Word is the rescue team is on its way, but it'll take time. We just have to hold out until then. God, I'll take point from here. Alright. Alright. From a head-on clash with the corrupted, Yata and Masao finally break through the encirclement. Finding their way back, the two retreat into a hidden storage room. As soon as Yata enters, Masao barricades the door with heavy objects. After running for so long, Masao is too exhausted to even stand straight. Yata carefully leans against the door, listening intently for any movement outside. Looks like we lost them. Hey, Masao. Yata turns around and she finally notices Masao sitting on the ground, exhausted. Oh shit. He gasps heavily for air, his school uniform stained crimson with blood around the chest. Despite Masao's attempts to press down on the wound, the bleeding won't stop. Oh shit. Sorry, Yata, they got me. Those robots are damn good at what they do. With blood trickling from his mouth, Masao manages to smile before his body goes limp. Hey, Osako, stay with me. The rescue team will be here any minute. Damn, alright. Yo, things are getting super intense, man. Wow. Damn, alright. Yata frankly searches for bandages, but Masao stops her. It's too late for me, I'm done for, but you still have a chance. Give those tin cans what they deserve. Stay with me, Osako. Listen to me, Yata. Humanity won't lose humanity. Before he can finish his words, Masao falls silent, passing away peacefully. Damn. No, you just can't. Why here of all places? Yata grabs the broken rainbow breaker and Snow's grace and charges forward. Damn, rip Masao, bro. Rip Masao, man. Within moments, she carves a bloody path through the corrupted, blocking the corridor. Yata reaches the gymnasium and lecture halls, leading the hiding students toward the rooftop. The rescue team's transport aircraft soon arrives and makes several trips to evacuate the survivors. Okay. As soon as the military personnel arrive for rescue, Yata frantically questions them. Where's Yuka? Have you found her? Yuka? Yuka Saotome. I'm sorry, but I have no information about her. Her name isn't on the list of survivors. Wait, can we continue the rescue operation? She must still be in the school. As far as I know, everyone from the school has been evacuated. Please, let me go down there. I'll find her myself. Come on, you're not gonna last a second with that body of yours. But... hold on, there's an incoming transmission. The man in the military uniform turns around to answer his satellite phone. Alright. Yes, the experimental zone? I see. I see. The man glances at Yata while speaking, then hangs up the phone. Young lady, I just received word, specifically from a helicopter. About your classmate Yuka, whom you mentioned earlier, during a routine hospital checkup this morning. A bunch of robots went haywire in the building she was in, and she died when the building collapsed. Oh shit, yo, damn. Wait, but Yuka, she... My condolences. Having said that, the officer puts on his military cap and takes his leave. Yata slumps into the transport's temporary seat, despair evident in her vacant stare. It's all my fault. Shortly after, Yata receives the news that her classmates who were rehearsing for the graduation ceremony didn't make it out either. Oh damn, that's Todd. The situation on Hydrangea Island and Misono High got out of hand, both falling to the corrupted. December, daylight saving time ends for Misono High. Yata, this battlefield you're so eager to return to. As far as I'm concerned, it's nothing more than a post-traumatic stress response. What happened has left its mark on your brain since you were still pretty young when the tragedy took place. Hey, snack time. Have some food, Fuzzy. Yeah. Clinging to hatred, even becoming construct, none of that will bring back what you've lost. But I refuse to live my life as just another survivor. Somewhere on Earth, there must be people waiting to be saved. Just like those children were back then. I've carried the survivor's guilt for far too long. I can't take it anymore. This mindset of yours, I'm worried you come to regret it someday. It's because of my regrets that I chose to become a force against the punishing. I'm just going to end up living with more regrets if I don't become stronger. I understand your desire to fight for redemption, but still. Let me ask you one last time, Yata. Are you willing to become a construct to become part of a weapon? Yeah, no matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. I'm willing as long as I can keep fighting. Please, let me become a construct. Oh shit, yo, okay. Like morning dew, this form shall fade, memories drift in dreams of dreams. Aww, oh wow, that's nice. After a long journey through illusions and memories, Yata opens her eyes again to the battlefield. She remembers everything now, the cruel past she had deliberately forgotten, only to face it once again. Because all I did was go from that illusion into this new dream, huh? The force interfering with my mind did weaken for a moment, but it hasn't disappeared. I can see things through eyes other than my own. Yuka, is this what you wanted to tell me? Oh damn, yo. Come find me at the lecture hall, Yata. A brief sharp pain pierces through Yata's consciousness. Oh damn. She shakes her head to clear away the interference. There's no mistake, it's Yuka's voice. Yuka, it's time to wake up. Hey, let's go! Let's go! Damn, that was long. Let's go! Let's go, we finished that. Let's go. But god damn, that was long. Holy. That was long. Yeah, for real. Fuzzy, hype and cheer for real. Man, that was a long reading session, bro. God damn. I think I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be back in a sec. I think I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, way back. We're back. Let's keep going. Memory projection. Let's go. She attempts to calibrate the audio-visual module, but still has a hard time sensing her surroundings. Shiva. Valeria? The sounds reach her ears as if filtered through layers of ocean water, while a vision remains a blur of light. Where am I? The ruins next to the school building. Punching is in low concentration here. Just as Shiva begins to relax, a shadow flashes across her ripping, distorted vision. Valeria, look out! The moment she speaks, the world before her begins to spin violently. Following that is the distinctive bang of a pulse gun. As her mind fully clears, she realizes Valeria is supporting her through a series of rapid advances and dodges. Such remarkable reflexes and physical prowess. Sharp applause rings out from a nearby woman of elegant bearing emerges from the shadows. Reika Saotome. Oh, she's still alive. Oh shit, okay. They say the average reaction time for a normal adult is around 300 milliseconds. Trained professionals can cut that time in half. In track and field events, reaction times under 100 milliseconds are considered a false start. Despite the dart gun barrel trained on her, Reika speaks casually as she strolls. Valeria, based on what your team members have said, you must be human, correct? Such extraordinary reflexes and physical capabilities are quite rare for human. According to records, you are now a construct, though you look exactly the same as when you were a human. I've already removed all those unnecessary encapsulation lines and unsightly modification traces, though I've had to sacrifice my frame's combat capabilities in the process. I have OCD. I can't think like a human unless every detail in my body perfectly replicates human form. Oh, so she's a construct now. Okay. Through module customization, I made both my face and figure as human-like as possible. You're smart enough to understand what I mean. I don't care what you look like. I want to know why you came back. Then you should know that you're in no position to threaten me right now. Rika casts a meaningful glance toward Valeria's side, where Discord clutches her hand in pain. If you don't retreat now, Yuka's interference will only grow stronger. And yet here you are, completely unscathed. Just a small privilege, hardly worth mentioning. A distant smile remains fixed on Rika's face, causing Valeria to unconsciously tighten her grip on her gun. Alright. Of course, I can answer your earlier question about why I've come back. The reason is simple. Yuka has awakened. The initial construct surgery on her was unsuccessful, and she required an external power supply system. Even after she's turned into a construct, her body structure remained exceptionally fragile. After the punishing outbreak, my assistant took it upon himself to sever most of her power conduits, forcing her into a low-power hibernation state. Many modules in her body were damaged as a result. Even with today's technology, her condition remains virtually indistinguishable from death. Fundamentally, the damage wasn't limited to just the regular modules, but also her mind. For decades, I've tried everything to wake Yuka up. Orthodox methods, unconventional approaches. Nothing I tried ever worked. As if sharing its rage at this cruelty, the ground begins to violently shake once more. The school building is starting to tremble as well. It seems like the red tide isn't far from here. And yet she fixed something that I couldn't fix for decades. Using the power of the punishing and even the red tide. As she speaks, she backs away, her figure melding with the darkness in the corner. What price has that child taken upon herself this time? Her expression is hidden in the shadows, but Valeria can hear the sorrow in her voice. Where are you going? I'm going to see my daughter one last time. Rika's voice grows fainter until it fades away. And that's when Valeria knows she's gone. Why didn't she shoot? Wasn't she the mission target? Silence. We can talk about the mission targets after you are in Discord's mind stabilizes. The Discord turns to look and notices beads of sweat continuously forming on Valeria's face. To stabilize both their minds, she is overloading her mind beacon output. Well then, Yata. You must have heard our conversation. After a burst of static, a soft sigh comes through from the other end of her terminal. Valeria closes her eyes wearily. Seems to the exact reason for Yuka's awakening remains unclear. We can largely credit it to Cradle and the Red Tide. You have time for small talk. Shouldn't you be more concerned about your squad members? The rescue drones are already en route the moment we lost contact with the Scarabs. Sending more people would only have led to pointless casualties beneath the bizarre conscious projection. You can only place your hopes on Scarab now. Nicola narrows his eyes, irritability scanning through the real-time mission briefings. More than that, what intrigues me is how this consciousness projection control everyone like puppets on strings. It's simple. What we call consciousness projection isn't real projection at all. What do you mean? As you should know, consciousness connection is essentially achieved when a commandant's beacon connects to construct's mind, which helps stabilize consciousness. Consciousness projection, being a derivative technology, operates on the same principle. Without pausing his typing on the virtual keyboard, Asimov lets out a barely audible sigh. You should elaborate on that. In other words, while it still involves connecting someone else's mind when someone else's beacon to one's mind, conscious projection allows multiple mind beacons to connect simultaneously. This is also called projection. It's nothing more than creating illusions within one's mind to simulate the effect of controlling others. If we could actually manipulate people would have talked about it more, wouldn't they? Nicola tosses the mission brief aside and massages his temples. Sharp observation. Having multiple beacons connect to a mind simultaneously is already an enormous burden. Attempting to transmit information on top of that, let alone creating illusions to control others, is an extremely dangerous operation. Connection was never meant to trap people in illusions. Consciousness projection is its derivative, causes severe destabilization of mind model, even when creating an illusion just for one person. Oh damn, alright. Which means that the Yuka we know has transcended human limitations, both physically and mentally. Maintaining such a state constantly inflicts tremendous pain on her mind. The extreme demands of such subjects and the ease of inflicting fatal mind trauma. This is why consciousness projection deserves nothing more than to be lost to history. Yet as a derivative of conscious connection, its targets aren't limited to humans. It even affects constructs and mechanoids. This must be the Red Tide's influence. Punishing has never been picky about what it corrupts. Of course, rather than the Red Tide granting Yuka power, it's more accurate to say, Asimov takes a deep breath and slowly delivers his conclusion. Yuka has become a signal amplifier for the Red Tide. Oh damn, okay. Dr. Saotome. A well-mannered child you are. I shouldn't have stopped, and you shouldn't be here. All six hands unconsciously clench into fists as Yata's expression grows increasingly fierce. After everything that happened, what right do you have to see Yuka? Because I am her mother. Her face maintains a polite smile, but her voice is utterly devoid of emotion. Mother, mother. Yata turns these horrifying words over in her mind twice, and then... thud. A deafening crash echoes through the dye-plated school building as dust clouds fills Raika's vision. As the dust settles, Raika sees that Yata has punched a hole in the wall behind her and is now glaring at her with undisguised fury. Yes, some mother you are. Raika remains unmoved by Yata's threat. Responds with the same steady smile. Cut the yacht. When have you ever seen her as your daughter? Have you ever, even for a moment, felt the pain, her pain, all of it, from both her past and now she's being corrupted by the Red Tide? Sacrificing your own daughter for scientific research. Is this what you call being a mother? Damn, yeah, that's fucked. Though she tries to contain her anger, her voice grows louder and louder until it becomes a frenzied roar. Reika closes her eyes briefly before opening them again with a resigned look. Indeed, she's not my daughter. She's nothing but a test subject. Isn't it natural for any researcher to be eager to know the current state of the test subject? Get the hell out of here. You have no right to. After her ears start ringing, needle-like pain surges through Yata's mind, nearly knocking her out cold again. Damn it, Yuka. As Yata struggles against the hallucinations, Yata feels the cool touch her wrist. The pain in her mind ebbs away like a receding tide. Looking down, she finds a black metal band around her wrist. What's that? The jamming device is from her old experiments. It can't completely block interference now that the red tide is more powerful, but it helps reduce the intensity. Nonetheless, what about you? Yata glances at Reika's wrist, but finds nothing there. I don't need that anymore. Without a jamming device or a mind beacon to stabilize her mind, you'll be infected in no time. Yata tries to push the jamming device back into Reika's hand, but Reika calmly refuses it. It's not that this is the only one of its kind. I still have one on me. I just don't need to wear it anymore. Yata takes a step back. It keeps her vigilant glare fixed on Reika. Pardon my frankness, but I still can't trust you. This thing can't make up for even a fraction of what Yuka had to endure. I never expected to do anything for Yuka. Reika briefly turns her face away as her distant smile gradually fades. Let me make one thing clear. If you insist on calling me a researcher, then know that no one understands my subject better than I do. Let me see here, whether as a researcher or even if you won't acknowledge it as a mother. This won't do you any harm. Don't you dare use that word mother in front of me again. Yata enunciates each word with cold deliberation. You schemed to transform yourself into a construct and waited all this time for Yuka to wake up, just to see her once more? Of course. The brevity of the response leaves Yata stunned. Listen to me, Yata. That child's mind is flooded with countless memories of others, threatening to drown out her own consciousness. Drowning out herself? Ironic, isn't it? Was the inevitable outcome of the consciousness projection experiment, even if it wasn't what we had hoped for. The so-called consciousness projection isn't about projecting one's consciousness onto others, but rather having others project onto oneself, ultimately exerting influence within one's own mind. You knew this would happen all along, yet you still made her go through with it. Oh, damn. A barely perceptible flash of pain crosses Reika's eyes. Let's just leave it at that. Yuka's not wielding the power of the red tide. I'm not afraid to tell you this, Yata. I couldn't care less whether people live or die. That's just who I am. If Yuka could truly find happiness within the red tide, it wouldn't stand in her way. I'd even feel at peace with that. But in reality, that's absolutely impossible. She tilts her head back slightly, letting the cold moonlight caress her face. The red tide has dissolved countless victims, and the number of memories Yuka now bears isn't even on the same scale. Whether it's the punishing infection or the pressure of the people's memories, either it will eventually lead to the annihilation of Yuka's consciousness. Even now she's being twisted by the red tide's will, enduring tremendous pain with each projection. Yata closes her eyes as scenes of her encounters with Yuka flash through her mind. Oh damn. Fragile, obsessive, and mad, they're all undeniably Yuka. And yet, she once desperately pushed me away from danger, but now she's trying to lure me into death. Just as Reika said, Yuka's will has been twisted by the red tide. She knew these all along, but just couldn't bring herself to face them. Why are you telling me this? To free you from your hesitation. Stop her. Free her from this endless suffering. Stop her. But if we sever her connection to the red tide, will she even survive? They both fall silent. In this moment frozen in time, only the shadows of trees sway silently. The Lady of the Red Tide did grant her the ability to live again, but was she truly being benevolent? Yuka possesses the power of projection, and I fear that's the real reason she was chosen. Her consciousness is gradually fading away until she becomes nothing but a mere tool, a will-less amplifier. By then, she'll have truly died. A tinge of melancholy seeps into Reika's smile. Damn, that's cold. Go on, Yata. If we hurry, we can still see her one last time. Yata's fists clench involuntarily once more, then slowly unfurl, the gesture holding no meaning. Alright. She straps her jamming device to her wrist and rushes to where Yuka is. Alright. As Yata figure disappears from view, Reika slumps warily against the wall. So this is the plan you've been feeling. Keeping you alive like this. There's nothing but selfishness. A wry, self-deprecating smile plays across her lips as she slowly follows the path Yata took. Oh damn, alright. Oh shit, okay. Oh damn, alright, okay. Damn, okay. So, wasn't... okay. Huh. Interesting, alright. Okay then. Alrighty then, I think with that said, let's keep going. With the next node. But yeah, interesting that Yuka's mom is still alive, technically. Adopted mom is still alive. Interesting. But yeah, I think with that said, let's keep going. A faded farewell. Alright, gameplay time, let's go! Let's go! Gameplay time! Ooh, music, okay. Singing, okay.
Yuka. It's time we woke up.
Ooh, cutscene, okay. Okay. What in the Kill a Kill, bro? What in the anime, bro? What in the Kill a Kill?
Are you calling out to me?
You will be done!
No rest for the flutterby. New Zealand sure. Let's take our time.
Not too shabby. Rise blossoms of dawn!
Ora, 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 ora.
Surrender! Focus!
New Zealand sure.
Not too shabby. Surrender! Focus!
Forget all else.
You will be rise blossoms of dawn!
Hey, let's go.
You of your grief. All that within sight is illusion. All that within touch is pain. New Zealand sure.
Okay.
Gone too soon. Tokoya no hana. Wither now.
Not too shabby. Surrender! Don't get cocky! Don't get cocky! Focus!
Bliss. Wrath. Be
Boom.
gone.
Surrender!
feeling sure.
Not too shabby. Don't get cocky.
All that within touch is pain.
Rise blossom. Of
Boom!
No rest for the flutterby. Now,
Hey!
lend my grief a hearing ear. Bliss, wrath, be gone! All that within sight is illusion. Let's take our time. Shall we?
Hey,
Ride
let's go.
Together.
Oh yeah, the change in music? Okay.
In peace. Bliss, wrath, be gone.
focus.
You feeling sure?
You will be done. Don't get cocky. Focus. Rise blossom.
Boom.
Of dawn.
Hey, got him. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, agreed, Fuzzy. Nice cutscene for real. But wow. As the battle comes to an end, the lecture hall's outer wall gives way, and Yuka crashes through into the adjacent classroom. Where the flower petals once lay scattered, now only a dim, decrepit space remains. Dust blankets everything, the room dilapidated and devoid of life. This place once served as an after-school study room for students. Decades have passed, leaving behind only the school supplies that couldn't be carried away during the evacuation. Having exhausted all the power Cradle had granted her, Yuka collapses into a pool of her own blood. Yata. The daybreak sun pours freely into space, yet comes to an inexplicable halt before reaching Yuka. She looks around at her surroundings with bleary eyes, as if just waking from a dream. After a long moment, her gaze slowly refocuses on Yata as understanding dawns. Thank goodness, you managed to escape. A smile of relief spreads across her face. Aww. Yata feels a lump in her throat and unconsciously closes her eyes. The tide of memories rushes backward, threatening to sweep her away. Damn. A desperate scream echoes from afar, fragments of broken words pouring into her ears. Run, Yata! She snaps back to reality just in time, grasping at the final lifeline in this world of devastation. Thank goodness you managed to escape. Yata opens her eyes, a storm of conflicting emotions churning in her chest, and man, this art is amazing. Man, this art is amazing, dude. Wow, I love it. But yeah, I just want to say that. What's all this talk about escaping? Can't believe you're still hung up on all that after all these years. Not just back then, it remains true even now. The girl before her gazes on quietly, the obstinance and madness in her eyes fading away along with the power of the red tide. What do you mean, even now? I'm glad that you made it out of my conscious projection this time. Aw. Yata's body trembles as realization dawns upon her. You didn't just wake up now, you remember everything you've done. Yes, Yata, I remember. I remember everything, every single detail. I remember deploying my consciousness projection. I remember inviting you to join the red tide. Yuka responds slowly, an indescribable sorrow wavering in her crimson eyes. No, you could have lied to me, said that the red tide suppressed your mind, that Cradle was controlling you. I would have believed you, and much rather believe that. The red tide did suppress my mind. Even so, the conscious projection was my own choice. Didn't it only bring pain, both you to your mind and to everyone under its control? It wasn't like this when the punching fire first broke out. Yuka slightly bows her head and lets out a soft sigh. Even in my comatose state, I could hear them, the punching's victims, screaming, raging, weeping by my ears. So I did everything in my power to create a beautiful dreamland so they could pass without having to suffer. It's Dr. Saotome's dream to connect human consciousness together to bring people happiness, and I was trying to do just that. See, consciousness projection isn't all that bad, right? Damn. You know what, Yata? That winter when the punishing broke out, Hydrangea Island was blanketed by heavy snow. The solitary buildings, the weathered flower beds, everything lies buried beneath a blanket of white snow. In this vast world, I stood alone, not knowing where to go, nor why I should go anywhere. I walked through that heavy snow for what felt like an eternity. Days, months, years? Time lost all meaning as I wandered on alone. Until that day I was awakened. Yata, you should understand it by now. Saving humanity, connecting everyone's consciousness, bringing happiness to all, such noble ideas. I was the only one who ever sought salvation. Yuka. Projecting consciousness to erase people's pain, it was nothing but a substitute for my own desires. The girl lifts her head, her black hair cascading down her shoulders and slipping through her fingertips. Her smile is feeble and sorrowful, causing Yata to turn away, unable to bear the look on Yuka's face. But using the red tide's power for conscious projection can never eliminate pain. Rather, it affects those who receive the projection, doesn't it? Damn. To accept the red tide means submitting to its will. It continuously amplifies my obsession and uses to expand my own power. Yuka, why? Curious about why I accepted the red tide? No, that's not what I want to ask. Because I was so lonely there, amidst the heavy snow. I know. It was just that simple of a wish to live on and not to be alone anymore. I've always known. As vital fluid gushes out of Yuka's wounds, the countdown on her life quietly begins. Why does it need to come at the cost of your life? Is there really no other way? Are there no miracles? Yata thought she had mentally prepared herself already, but she cannot help but seek a definitive answer all the same. I mean, I don't own this life anyway. It's time I gave it back. The cool truth shatters her last hope, paining Yata so much she can barely breathe. But the girl lying in the pool of blood simply offers Yata a quiet smile. Yata, don't look so sad. I consider myself lucky to have seen you again. Why? Damn. Her throat tightens, leaving her unable to speak. Why do you have to part ways again when we've only just found each other? Why am I getting this ending when I've given everything I've got? Why are you being so kind to someone like me? Mock me with spite, cry in despair, scream in anguish, anything, please just say something to me, even if only for a moment. Because I'm the one who failed to save you, the one who killed you with my own hands. The one who has always been weak and powerless. Yata? Oh damn, bro. Well, only now seeing you here do I finally understand that conscious projection isn't the way for people to truly connect. No matter how many minds I connect with, I can still feel lonely. Only when the red tide power fades away can it be free, and only then can we truly reunite. That requires giving it everything you've got, right? So stop blaming yourself for this. Yata lowers her head, her body trembling uncontrollably. Damn. Even so, you still have to go. Yes, my life should have ended many years ago. What I have now is nothing but borrowed time. If I have one regret, it's that we never got to say a proper goodbye. Damn. Yata gazes intently at the young girl kneeling beside the lecture hall. Goodbye, goodbye. Yata opens her mouth to speak, only to bite her lip tightly shut. She had said goodbye to Yuka countless times before, yet today the words refused to leave her lips. Damn. Do you remember how I once wove a dream for everyone, each according to their wish? In these dreams, some were promoted to officers, some became heroes, and few shed their uniforms to live ordinary lives, while you remained at Misono High. Is there something wrong with dreaming about Misono High? One's best dream shouldn't lie in the past, but in the future. Damn. Yuka gazes around with lingering affection, and Yata follows her line of sight. The aged classroom, the freshly sprouting flowers and grass, everything remains as it was, yet everything rushes towards tomorrow. Yata, my time is running out. You should go for what lies ahead while I stay here. Damn. The girl's voice, soft and delicate, fades away with her life, drifting into the distance. So cold. As if trying to grasp something, she desperately reaches out with both hands into the void. Yuka! Yuka! Here it's snowing again. Yuka's hands fall limply as her body collapses. Oh, damn. The distance between life and death always seems so vast. Even a hand's breadth away becomes an unreachable distance. Just as Yata rushes forward to catch Yuka, she notices someone else has already held her up. Dr. Saotome? Confused about Reika's presence, Yata is pulled back to her senses by a transmission from Valeria. Yata, if you're still alive, withdraw immediately. The red tide is coming. The red tide? It still hasn't stopped? No, it hasn't stopped. Even though Shiva and Discord's minds are normal again. Strange, I thought Yuka's powers were gone. The Lady of the Red Tide hasn't reclaimed the powers she had left Yuka. Rika kneels to support Yuka's shoulders and let her rest against herself. And you have seen even more reason to not stay here. The red tide is coming. Yata, this will be my final experiment. Dr. Saotome, I really don't want to lose my temper with you, but Yuka is slipping away. Do you know why Yuka can create such beautiful dreams yet remains in constant agony? Because Yuka tries to bring happiness to people by projecting her consciousness. Is that the only thing you could say now that you were the one who put her through the suffering? Reika looks at Yata with intensity. A flicker of struggle crossing her eyes. Because those who weave dreams cannot dream themselves. Oh shit. I was the only one who ever sought salvation. That is Prometheus. An experimented consciousness projection, allowing humans to communicate mind to mind, giving happiness to everyone. And yet its creator is the only one who can never find happiness. Ironic, isn't it? Yata narrows her eyes, studying the elegantly dressed woman from head to toe. Yuka has been in slumber for decades. You're not her. How could you possibly understand what she feels? Reika gently extends her hand, catching the rays of sunlight that falls upon them. You once asked me why I went to such lengths to transform myself into a construct. Here's why, because the conscious projection experiment has to continue. Yata stares at Reika as the anger in her heart slowly fades away. She already has an inkling of an answer. There's no need to ask any more questions. After Yuka fell into her slumber, you turned yourself into a test subject for conscious projection. That's how you came to understand the pain that conscious projection inflicted upon Yuka. Now, what experience wasn't even a fraction of what Yuka had gone through. Reika gazes at the young girl leaning against her, who now lies with eyes tightly shut, quietly waiting her life to fade away. Yuka created beautiful dreams for so many people, but she never had any of her own. This will be the final experiment, a one-on-one consciousness projection led by me. Yata takes a deep breath as the shrieking of the red tide reaches her ears. Please. Yata finds herself unable to say what she wanted to say. There are no heroes in real life, but I'll shoot down that eagle for her. Unfazed by the trembling earth beneath, Reika speaks with serene determination. Please do so. Yata takes one last look at Yuka before turning away and rushing towards Valeria's coordinates. Damn. As she leaves the depleted classroom, a distant voice echoes once more within her mind. Goodbye, Yata. Well, to which she responds softly. Goodbye, Yuka. Without looking back, Yata sprints forward and into the distance. Aww. Damn. Wow, that's sad, bro. Wow. Damn, man. Wow. Yeah, I agree. That was quite the story for real. Yeah, for real, Fuzzy. Hype for real. But, yeah. Let's keep going. Man, that was just sad, man. Like... Yeah, Yuka didn't deserve all that, man. Yuka really did not deserve all that, bro. She really did not deserve all that, man. Like, wow. Damn, bro. Yeah, for real, Fuzzy. Agreed. But yeah, let's keep going. The Dreamer's Dream. Planning Headquarters, Hadronia Island Commercial. Here's my entry application for the island. I brought all the required documents. Is everything in order? Dr. Sao told me your documentation is indeed complete, however. What's wrong? If you'll pardon my frankness, your research history is marred by several incidents, drug abuse, unauthorized experiments, and more. Aren't you all well aware of these matters already? Are you people seriously hung up on those things now when I'm already here on your invitation? I absolutely support your research principles. In fact, it's precisely your adventurous approach that caught our interest. However, the list of personnel for the island landing will need to be submitted to the Science Council for review. As I'm sure you're aware, those people aren't as accommodating as we are. How do you think they would react if they saw your name listed among the teaching staff? They would immediately connect your radical methods with the island's research direction. Not only would they deny your entry to the island, but the entire Hydrangea Island business initiative would fall through. As well. Letting cowards dictate the direction of scientific research is a disgrace to all of humanity. Damn. Damn. With it said, though, there might be a way to work around this. We can disguise our research under the pretext of education by establishing a school. College research projects tend to attract attention, but a high school will be relatively safer. Common sense dictates that no one would expect a high school to be capable of conducting cutting-edge research. You could come to the island posing as a guardian of a high school student. We can keep your name concealed under the family members of the students going to the island. You want me to play the role of accompanying parent? Indeed, we have successful precedents for this approach. There's a fundamental and obvious flaw in your assumption. I don't have any children, in fact, I'm not even married. I completely understand your situation. It must be difficult to balance both career and family life successfully. Do you have anything else to add? Have you considered adoption? Adoption? An unsettling smile creeps across the documentation officer's face as he pulls a business card from his drawer. Well, damn. Perhaps you'd like to learn more about this. Reika takes the card. It bears the address of the orphanage. This is a welfare institution we've worked with before. I'll give them a call later. Someone will be there to greet you when you arrive. Leave all adoption paperwork to us. Damn. That's grim. Welfare facility, Misona Corporation. The address on the card leads to a secluded welfare institution. Reika pushes open the door with hesitation. In the courtyard of an aged Western-style mansion, a middle-aged man awaits Reika's arrival. You must be Mrs. Satome. Yes, that's right. Please follow me. You understand this is just a formality, but please select the child that matches your disposition. You see, even photographs can be questioned, so we exercise caution in every detail. Damn, alright. Director pushes open the heavy doors behind him. Under the incandescent lights, floating dust particles force Reika cover her nose and mouth. Several boys and girls in elegant Western dresses gather around Reika as soon as they spot her. Good evening, ma'am. How's your day been, ma'am? Not too bad. Ma'am, I simply adore your outfit and hairstyle. Ma'am, would you honor me with a moment of conversation? Confronted with the children's unexpectedly enthusiastic reception, Reiko finds herself at a loss for a response. She carefully maneuvers away from the children encirclement, taking a quick glance at their unnaturally pristine faces. It doesn't take long for her to detect the concealed apathy beneath their overwhelming enthusiasm. The contempt for the world seeps through the carefully trained pleasantries their handlers instilled in them. These emotions subtly dance across their young innocent faces. Their integrating smiles fail to win Reiko over, instead creating an invisible barrier between them. As you can see, we have bright children of all ages. Jack to your left excels in mathematics, while Dora beside him shows remarkable talent in physics. They're all exceptional children. Does anyone catch your eye? Why do I have to search for my own reflection? Do you enjoy staring into mirrors? That's not what I meant. Let's move along. I'm sure we'll find a child to your satisfaction. Reika trudges forward with resignation as the children greet her one after another. As she approaches the stairs, a cough echoes from the corner. The abrupt cough cuts through the cheerful atmosphere like a cold wind through warmth. Curiosity draws Reika's gaze to a girl curled up alone in the corner. The girl, noticeably older than the other children, is absorbed in a book. Something about the girl stirs memories of Reika's own childhood. Back then, Reika too would sit alone in corners, clutching her books. Aw, lonely, focused, lost in her own world. Ah, that child. The rector notices Reika's lingering gaze and shifts uncomfortably. Some of her clients have taken her home before, but she always ends up being returned shortly after. She has a weak constitution due to congenital heart condition. The doctors don't think she'll make it past adolescence. Clients, you say? Reiko turns to the man beside her with a fierce glare. You must be making a fortune treating these children like merchandise for sale. Pardon my rudeness, Miss Saotome, but you came here despite knowing all this, so I assume you're not particularly troubled by it. Damn. Reika Saotome lets out a soft sigh, deciding not to pursue the matter further. What's her name? Yuka. Reika walks over to Yuka, who's sitting on the ground and seems to have noticed her presence. As the footsteps come to a stop, Yuka carefully closes her books and sets it aside. The flower's way of acting, thinking about becoming an actress? No, I'm just reading it for fun. Do you enjoy it? I don't really understand art. At best, I only know how to make things look pretty on the surface. But I notice your shoes. They have such delicately embroidered hydrangeas on them. You're quite detail-oriented, aren't you? The girl adjusts her posture to sit formally on her knees, looking up to observe the adult before her. Reiko holds her breath instinctively at those melancholic eyes. Just like a porcelain doll. Beautiful child, isn't she? Like a delicate piece of art. Without warning, Reika kneels down to sit at eye level with the girl, examining her carefully. Oh my, what are you doing? Would you like to come home with me? Can I? Taking my surname, you might face a lot of hatred from people in the future. Even knowing this, would you still want to? Not many visitors here would bother to initiate a conversation with me. I can tell you're a good person. Perhaps I'm just being hypocritical. The Saotome family has always been good at producing two-faced philanthropists. No, I find you interesting. Do you really think so? Yes. You silly child, I'm just trying to use you. Well then, please do use me as you wish. You. No, never mind. Yuka. That's a beautiful name. Aw. When Reika steps out of the welfare institution, she sees the world outside blanketed in heavy snow. Against the vast wide expanse, the black executive car from the neuroscience symposium stands out starkly. The adoption procedure sure is disgustingly efficient. Well then, Yuka, please wait here for now. I'll come back for you once the symposium is over. A flash of disappointment crosses the girl's calm face before quickly fading away. As if deliberately hiding something, she clasps her hands behind her back and gazes at Reiko with feigned ignorance. Have a safe journey. Damn. Guess this is it. After that, instead of returning to the orphanage, Yuka followed my car for hours until she collapsed in the snow. When I went back for her, I told her she had already been taken to the hospital. The sound of the tide draws ever closer. Rika closes her eyes once more. Oh, damn. Have a safe journey. Oh, the music. Reika stops in her tracks and turns to face the girl. Dr. Saotome, the meeting will begin in 30 minutes. Please be mindful of the time. No, I won't be going. Uncle Yuka's stunned gaze. Reika walks back. Step by step. Yuka, I need your assistance with an experiment. I would be glad to help. I haven't even told you what the experiment is yet. Whatever you need, I'll do it. Reika steps in front of Yuka, shielding her from the snow and wind. To observe the development patterns of human consciousness, I need you to become a normal girl. I don't quite understand, but I'll do my best. Yuka hesitates for a moment before speaking again. If I am to be a normal girl, does that make you my mother? Researchers often refer to their research subjects as their children and see themselves as a mother. I see. A flicker of confusion crosses Yuka's eyes as she slightly pulls back the hands hidden behind her back. The mother-daughter relationship in human society is too emotionally charged. It would interfere with the proper execution of our experiments. Meeting Yuka's melancholic gaze, Reiko suddenly realizes she's been trying to justify herself. Then how should I address you? Please call me Dr. Saotome. Yes, Dr. Saotome. Despite standing close to each other, Reika still feels an insurmountable distance between herself and Yuka. Without thinking, she takes 2 steps forward, removes her coat, and drapes it over Yuka's shoulders. Huh? The sudden gesture catches Yuka off guard, forcing her to move her hands from behind her back. Is this hydrangea? Reika points at the white paper flower in Yuka's palm. Yes, it's a flower I made for you, but I haven't colored it yet. Thank you, I see you're very good at making things. If you don't mind, let's color it together when we get back to my place. Aw, thank you very much, Dr. Saotome. A smile naturally breaks across her face. Yuka, I need you to be a normal girl. Yuka nods with a hint of confusion, seemingly surprised that Reika is now repeating this request. This is the only experiment I need you to participate in. There won't be any others. Since this is an experiment, I need to constantly record data on your development. Even as a researcher, daily interaction with you is essential. We even need to live together in the same residential space as what human society calls mother and daughter. Every year, I compile my research findings into papers and publish them into neuroscience journals. This project will be my sole focus of work when I arrive on the island. Therefore, I need you to focus solely on your growth. Can you do that? Yes, Dr. Saotome, I'd be happy to do so. Reika nods. Look around. The snow and wind have gradually subsided. Rays of sunlight now pour onto the earth, bringing with them gentle warmth. Reika and Yuka walk together through the snow, leaving 2 trails of footprints, one large and one small. Down. Reika looks up at the sky with contentment before speaking slowly. Well then, Yuka, I look forward to our time together. Yes, Dr. Saotome, I'll do my very best. Aww. Reika opens her eyes. With a gentle smile gracing her lips as she lies there, Yuka appears to be in a peaceful slumber. The red tide roars through the corridor, slowing everything in its path. Reika falls to her knees, holding Yuka tightly in her arms as she curls around her protectively. For the last time, she closes her eyes. Damn, that's sad. And thus they died. Damn. Damn. Wow, that was certainly something, man. That was certainly sad, man. Wow. Alright, here we are with probably the final node for today. The final node of the chapter. The final story node. So yeah, let's finish off this chapter with this one. Called In the Wake of. And that's what happened. After returning from Hydrangea Island, became Scarab's new captain. Though to be fair, V pretty much forced me into it. Yata tosses liquor-filled mint candy into the air and catches it in her mouth. She then pats the medic bot's shoulder with an exaggerated look of despair. I never knew you had to write so many mission reports. They're saying the combat environment was complex this time, so I have to write detailed reports about everything. The red tide spread patterns, consciousness projection responses, environmental conditions on Hydrangea Island, all the other stuff. I have 6 hands and I'm still here struggling. Yata, what are you mumbling about to short halt? The medic bot blinks repeatedly, apparently sharing Shiva's confusion. The robot wants short halt's target of drunkenly embrace whenever he let himself have one too many drinks, adopted short halt's name after his passing. Now it accepts all sorts of pure offerings while serving as a silent confidant. Long story short, the Scarabs failed to capture their mission target and got punished. Now they're on a wonderful mandatory vacation. The Red Tide was so dangerous that even Nicola had nothing to say about it, though V, our original workaholic, was visibly irked. Damn. In her words, this isn't a vacation, it's just another form of confinement, yeah. Hey, short halt. Yata's playful expression fades as she becomes serious. Say, do you think Scarab's gonna turn out fine with me as the new captain? I mean, I just feel like I have to know a billion things to be captain. Would you feel as lost as I did when crises like these happen out of the blue? How do you people usually cope with it anyway? I'm just scared of losing anyone close to me again. So do you impart your wisdom like you used to whenever you're free? I'll pay you mint candy. It wasn't until Yata gets on her feet that she sees that short halt already has a heap's worth of gifts sitting on its head. On she's cushion, Discord scissors, Shiva's tarot cards, various flowers, flavors, alcoholic, electric light form, short halts, drinking buddies, and much more. People throughout Babylonia share a small, special bond with him whenever they wish to confide in him. They leave gifts for Medicbot. Just like this. Here you go, make them last. We got a limited supply of these things. Hata ceremoniously places 5 liquid mint candies atop the heap of gifts. Beep. In the distance, the shouted figure quietly stops the recording. Beneath their mask, the corners of their mouth curl into a subtle smile. She knows she won't be getting a reply, but she still taps her terminal all the same and sends the video to communication port. Alright, Yata, sober up. We've got a mission. I'm not drunk. Alright. Through evaluation, Commander believes Hydrangea Island is relatively well-maintained facilities. If you can successfully decontaminate and reconstruct it, it would be reopened as a ground fortress. Yata, since you're familiar with this island, the mission has been assigned to you. Decontamination, but the Red Tide drowned the island, no? No, the Red Tide only drowned out the school building where we were and went away soon after that. But we can't assume it's completely safe. There is still corrupted remaining on the island. So we're heading out on another mission? No, you'll be going with Greyhaven Commandant only. The rest of Scarab is still under disciplinary confinement. Oh, Greyhaven Commandant, huh? Yata mutters the name in a daze before suddenly snapping back to her senses. V, please give me some hangover electrolyte for constructs. With practiced ease, Valeria finds a bottle in the cabinet and tosses it across the room to Yata. Thanks. Why are you being so serious all of a sudden? I used to consult a valedictorian about tactical matters, and they would always walk me through my questions in detail. Last time I even invited them to work out at the gym together. I even want to explore other places with them too. Don't treat this like a vacation. Watch out for the corrupted. Yata drowns the hangover drink in one go and waves dismissively at Valeria. Don't worry, V. She shoulders her powered arm pack and leaves the lounge. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's a nice ending. I like that, man. That's a nice ending, man. That was nice, dude. I like that. Aw. Oh, man. That was a nice ending. I like that. That was a sweet ending. But yeah, I really liked... Honestly, I really liked, again, learning more about Yata, her past. And more of Scarab's, you know, team dynamics as well. And the music was great, and the art was great, and just great stuff, man. I liked it. It was nice. It was a nice break and a nice reprieve type of chapter. A nice type of reprieve from the main story, at least. But yeah, it was a nice reprieve, at least. I liked it. Yeah, I'm glad. True. Fair enough, Fuzzy. Fair, yeah. Definitely is a good length as well, but yeah. Definitely was a good reprieve from the main story chapter. A good palate cleanser as well, but yeah. Overall, man, just great stuff. I loved it, but yeah. I think what I said, this is probably where I'm going to end stream, but yeah. I do have a video coming out in like 9 minutes, so be sure to check out that. It's a reaction to a Honkai Star Rail song, another Honkai Star Rail song. So That's coming out on YouTube in like 9 minutes. So yeah, be sure to check that out. And also, I will be streaming again on Wednesday for more Wuthering Waves at 3 p.m. EST. So yeah, hopefully we'll finish the Castle Cube event. So yeah. But yeah, I think with that said, thank you guys so much for joining me and tuning in. If you enjoyed, please drop a like on the stream. And also, if you want to see more, be sure to drop a subscribe. And also, let me know what you thought of the stream down in the comments below. And thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Remember to stay humble and be kind to people. I'll see you guys later.